Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the evil that men do. Father God, I pray and ask that you help me to have mercy on others the same way I would want you to have mercy on me. Father God, I also ask that you help me to be quick to forgive and slow to get angry. Amen, amen, amen. These young dudes out here don't respect shit until you put the barrel in their ear and let the text spit. I just might catch a case on my next hit, remove they whole face on some special effect shit. So show respect, Drake, or I'ma have a flashback. Digging through the dresser like fuck it, where my mask at? The mash back with the banger and damage shit and say fuck everything I learned in anger management. Hop back on some east side managed shit and push a nigga's top back when I let the cannon spit. Start planning shit, premeditation. I'm in love with the streets again, rededication. Casket or cremation when I shoot you down. I was built for the smoke like a hookah lounge. I keep big shit that sound like a bazooka sound, and I shoot quicker than ain't gotta be a hoop around. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride, 3 straps, ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with the 3 straps, ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Gun on me, it ain't never for show, homie. I'm far from a bully, but I'm never a hoe. Get out of line, my Beretta will blow. Real talk, we can take the beef wherever we go. I bring it to your front door like I'm Uber Eats. I guarantee you listen up when this Ruger speaks. Plus I maneuver through these streets like a ghost, and I'm handy with the heat. I cook a nigga like a roast. On me, homie, this is not a boast. I will still come through, boy, and stop a nigga's post. Play him close, man, Eric will ease it. Quickly off the waistband, man, and Eric will squeeze it. Leave you niggas laid out dead or paraplegic. Niggas playing in these streets while I'm very strategic. I come to your house dressed like the gas man. Shoot you 9 times till you stretched by the trash can. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride, 3 straps, ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with the 3 straps, ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. I don't put shit on Facebook, I just holler in person. Put the pistol in your mouth while you holler and cursing. All that shit you kept rehearsing and put on your live, got your clap with the big 4-5. You bitch nigga, if you tell me to pull up, I'ma do that. That nigga who was whooping first nigga that I shoot at. Ski mask on my face, bystanders be like, who that? I ain't with the talking, bitch, boy, I thought you knew that. Leave his brains where my shoe at and bounce like I'm on a trampoline. Leave you laid out, nigga, like you camping on the scene. If you want something sweet, grab a peach or tangerine. Niggas won't smoke, well fuck it, I'ma let them handle steam. AR with the beam, you see the red dot? We tug on this trigger, nigga. It'll make your head pop. Blood pouring down till your shoes call it Red Sox. Your brains hanging all over your shoulders like some dreadlocks. Expect the gang of dead off if they ever cross the line. The Lord said in the Bible, no revenge is mine. So I'm just trying to find a righteous path between the two. Before I lose control and do the shit I used to do. This being humble shit is new. I'm trying to turn the other cheek, but I ain't never been a bitch, so watch your mouth when you speak. Your mercy's what I seek, so I pray on bended knees. Don't let me get the K with the extended clip and squeeze. Lord, please. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps.
All right, y'all. That was Eric. That was Brother Eric, man. And shout out to him, man. Appreciate you, Brother Eric. Brother Eric did 24 years up here in the California penal system, man. Got smart, got his thing together, man. And now he's out there helping kids, man, not make the same mistakes he made living that gang life out there in Banning, California, right? But shout out to Brother Eric, man. Appreciate you. Go on to his, if you haven't already subscribed to 16 to Life, go on over and check him out, man. Got a lot of funny stories, animated stories, and he's got some music and little skits and stuff. Pretty funny dude, man. Pretty funny dude, man. But go on over there and check him out, man. He donated this song to us. Appreciate you, brother Eric, man. He's a good dude, man. I'm gonna do some business with him later. He's a good dude. Check him out. All right, and that is brother Eric, man. Now, let me bring up my co-host, one of my co-hosts, Rico.
Oh, sorry, on mute. Good afternoon. How you doing, sir?
What's going on, big brother? How you doing?
Hey, another day above ground. Another day above ground.
Okay, Rico.
Yes, sir.
Before we get into it, man, I got to do one other thing, man. And that is to check everybody in. Let's check everybody in.
Don't no long stroking.
No, we're gonna check everybody in. We're gonna check everybody in, and then we're gonna get right to business. All right. Let's see. Let's get in here. Let's see. Sis Sophia, glad to have you in the building, sis. Glad to have you in the building. Checked in. She said, that's right. She said, "What's up, Chosen?" I said, "What's going on, girl?"
No long stroking, sir. No long stroking. Let's get to business.
Rico, calm down, Rico. Calm down.
Okay.
All right. We got Black Man Unfiltered in the house. He says, "This is not a good idea." Okay.
Great idea.
Okay. Thanks for your advice, brother. We got our resident sniper, Reese Neal, in the building. Telling y'all, man, we ain't playing no games in this chat. We warning you up front. Man, we got Reese Neal in the chat. She will take you out of here in a heartbeat. So everybody just, be on your good behavior. If you disagree with us, we don't have no problem with that. But if you start coming crazy, Reese will take you out. Who else we got in the building? We got Sister Annie in the building. Shout out to Sister Annie. Glad to have you in the building. Glad to have you in the building, sis. Who else in the building? I already got Sister Sophia. Who else in the building? I already got Black Man. The Great Pill is in the building. Shout out to the Great Pill. Glad to have you in the building, my brother. Who else in the building? Chaotic Truth Live. He says, I rock with Nathan. Dude is an incredible content creator. But besides that, he honorably served his community as a police officer. Well, we don't know that, brother. He already told a couple lies, so we don't know what he's been doing out there, right? he kind of shot his own credibility in the foot. You know what I'm saying the stuff he said about Patrice. But Patrice will come and clear that up. Who else? Who is this dude? Old crusty salty ass. Oh, I can't figure out who that. I can understand what that dude is saying. Rico said, "This is long overdue. Let's burn the village down." Rico, calm down, Rico. Who else in the building? Let's see. I think that's it. Oh, Quickly Drinking. Shout out to Quickly Drinking. If you haven't already subscribed to Quickly Drinking, get on over and subscribe to Quickly Drinking, man. He did another good show today. I only saw a little bit of it, but shout out to Brother Arshawn and Bree over there and the whole Quickly Drinking crew. Brother Sim is in the house. Shout out to Brother Sim. Who else in the building? I think that's everybody in the building. Everybody else is in the bushes, Rico. They want to see where the blood lands. So, why are we here? Brother? Uh-oh. You there, Rico?
Yeah, I'm back. Struggle streaming,
man.
That's all. You ain't going nowhere.
All right, man. Why are we here, brother?
we let me just say this. We are here for a plethora of reasons. I think we here for the same reason with all the kerfluffle and all the foolishness that's been going on in these YouTube streets. But in particular, we've taken exception today to a slight that was to our sister OG Patrice that we felt that I know was unwarranted and unjustified and just flat out full of shit. And as a Black man, I'm going to show them that how you defend someone who's unjustly accused of something, especially of a bunch of hypocrisy and lies and made up shit. So that's all it is. But okay. We'll go over it.
Okay. Well, let me tell you what happened. So, I saw, I didn't usually go to Nathan's page, but, I got alert that Nathan, said something about Patrice. So I go over there and I saw And I know Nathan has his own feelings about Patrice. I think we've all pretty much seen that play out. But what I saw when I got over there was that he was, well, you know what? Why don't I let him say what he said? How about that? How about that? Let me just let Nathan say it. Cause see, I don't want to put words in his mouth. Let me let Nathan say what Nathan was saying.
Like, I just want kids that look like me.
Let me ask you a question.
All right. The infamous conversation with Pearly Things. They're talking about essentially what's being said. A lot is being said in reference to pride, white nationalism. People want to call certain white people in their thoughts. They want to call them white supremacists. Fine. All right. White supremacists. That's what they are. Cool. That's what they believe. Cool. But then we talk about the things that they say. And then I listen to other Black people and they say the exact same things. You guys, unfortunately, and I'm just going to be completely honest with you, all nationalities and ethnic groups think that way. Nobody wants to mix, right? The majority of people don't want to mix. You have people within their groups that
So far, so good.
No, it's not so far so good. So far,
What
so
do
terrible.
we need, Rico? What's going on? I thought everything was great.
No, we ain't going long.
The great Nathan Daly, Rico. The great Nathan Daly is speaking.
No. What we're not going to do is we're not going to long stroke and play his bullshit and pretend like we're not here for what we're here for. Okay, this young man chose to justify his defense of white supremacy, because all this was a big caping show for Miss Pearly.
Correct.
That's all this was. Okay, so because he couldn't just say, "Hey, I'm gonna fall on my sword for the white woman," he had to bring in all these other things. So he bring in all this pro-Black bullshit, which has nothing to do with. We know we all throughout the community have been talking about people who have been, and we haven't spent a lot of time about it. I was content to let everybody else do the work. But we've all been talking about, why are these people going out of their way to defend white privilege? It's a 26-year-old white girl who comes from means and wealth, but we know who are the people who are breaking their neck to do it. This Negro, this cooning ass cop is one of them. If you want to do that, do that. But in the gist of doing it, don't think you're going to slander my sister.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what his issue is with the young lady, Six the Goddess. I don't have anything to do with that. I don't know that young lady. But you decide you want to drag and disparage my sister's name because you want to suck up to white supremacy. And that's unacceptable to me. That's what it is. Fuck all this. He's saying something good because nothing he's saying is good. He's on his knees groveling like Obsidian, like Anton Daniels, bootlicking ass, like TLA, ass kissing ass, like all those sellout ass, coon ass niggas. That's what he's doing. But if he's got an issue with my sister, fine. But to do it in the space of you're also going to shit on her in defense of white privilege is exceptionally offensive to me.
That was pretty bad.
And then to do so with a lie. So once you've been demonstrably
on
a
top
liar,
of it.
Once you've been demonstrably
it was a lie.
liar,
You knew it was a lie.
No, don't cut me off, Clarence. Let me finish. Once you've been demonstrably a liar, as a cop, in my mind, you a fucking dirty cop. In my mind, there are Black men that you have put away unjustly because we know that this country is full of dirty fucking cops, and some of them look just like this nigga on the screen. They're white, but they also look just like him. They're planting drugs on us. They're sitting there making up stories on us, and they do that to Black and brown young men. But yet we sit around and we accept this nigga telling us about FBA and ADOS and all this bullshit. Fuck him. He's been proven to be a demonstrable liar. And as far as I'm concerned, until he can disprove it, he's a dirty fucking cop. And he's gotten Black and brown men unjustly incarcerated. And I guarantee you, if I go to Atlanta, I can find a dozen of them that will say, this nigga set me up. And we all know, whether you're in DC, whether you're in Atlanta, Miami, New York, LA, we know it. Every fucking city you go through is full of dirty cops. And if he wasn't dirty enough to plant drugs on somebody, he fucking saw them do it and kept his mouth shut. So if you're not an honest cop, you a fucking dirty one. There's no in between.
Ouch. Yeah, you open the door
fuck
for
with everybody. All
for
of
that
us y'all can
information
sit
to come
there
out.
and have a conversation and decide. But if he had an issue with my sister, then do your issue. But to do it in defense of white privilege, because see, last time I checked, white people wasn't defending her. White people wouldn't defend her. It was a bunch of niggas that was doing it. See, if that's a layup, for me, that's a layup. If white people ain't defending white people, the fuck I look like getting out there for? I'm gonna fall back. They ain't fucking with you. But these niggas, him, Chaotic, Anton, the lead attorney, sugar booty ass. There's something about bald head niggas that look like this. All these motherfuckers that twist themselves into pretzels and bend and go out of their way to defend and excuse a white woman who minimized slavery.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear this bullshit. I don't want to hear it. You're excusing and you're defending white privilege. Miss Pearlie has white privilege. Want me to tell you how I know she has white privilege? Because white people told me she has white privilege. White scholars who study things like white privilege and racism. A white scholar by the name of Tim Wise. I forgot the woman who wrote the book, The Fragility of White People. See, white scholars who study this, who go to school, who study this shit, that tell you that the advantages that white people have over minorities are telling us that they had this shit. But you gonna listen to this Negro tell you because his queen ain't racist, because his queen. So let me tell you this. Miss Pearlie fired up one of her Africans. She put out a job application for an African. This nigga is auditioning. So you're going to try to drag my sister to audition for the new My African opening. No, how fucking dare you? That's some cowardly shit. And because you was caught in a lie, you a fucking dirty cop. Because you know what? If you was a cop and you was on a witness stand as a lawyer, once we would have exposed you as a liar, every motherfucking case you had is going to get open and reinvestigated. That's the way it works, you fucking dirty cop. And I guarantee you, there are black men in Georgia that's unjustly incarcerated because of fuck niggas like you. Fuck you. How dare you? Fuck
so Rico, how you really feel, man?
That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
All right.
Because the bottom line, it's been too long unsaid, and he been walking through these streets playing this pro-black. Fuck this shit, nigga. You's a cop. How many niggas you done locked up in 13 years unjustly? Or how many times you watch somebody unjustly get incarcerated and you fucking stood there because you pro-blue, motherfucker. You pro-blue and you watch black men get unjustly incarcerated and you don't open your motherfucking mouth. So miss me with your bullshit.
All right, man. To Tristan, away. Shout out to Tristan. Shout out to Jessica. Shout out to Arshawn. Glad to have all of y'all in the building, man. Man, it's too bad we have to have a situation like to have all these people. What it is.
They asked for it, they want
it. It is what it is.
They asked for it, they want it. Ain't nobody. See, this is what happens when you fuck around with people who can't be bought and sold. This is what happens. See this nigga you looking at on the screen? Him, the little sugar booty ass TLA. Sugar booty ass, and all them can be bought and sold. They will twerk their soul. They will sell anybody that looks like me and you for coin. But see, when you don't have a channel and you don't have a page and you're not willing to sell yourself for coin, they can have no effect on you. This is a discussion about niggas being for sale.
I told you.
You didn't have to catch them and beat them and whip them to get them up on the stockade. He ran up there. Massa, I go up there. I go up there, Massa. Because there's no rhyme nor reason why a
Shout out
13-year-old,
to M. Mills.
there's no excuse why a 13-year law enforcement officer with multiple degrees should sit there and feel the need to defend a 26-year-old white woman for credibly minimizing slavery, for credibly minimizing the Holocaust. We all fucking saw with our lying eyes and our lying ears, but yet he gonna Negro-splain to us. He gonna Negro-splain to you why you too stupid to know the effects of slavery.
Well,
Are you fucking kidding me?
on the plantation, Rico, on the plantation, they always had a person, was usually a preacher, that would be able to calm down the Negroes and say, "Oh, Massa Johnson, he's all right, you know." But the preacher ain't the one out there, can't see morning, can't see night, right? With a baby on one end and a basket full of cotton on the other end, right? But he always come out there and say, "Oh, Massa Johnson, he ain't that bad. He only whoop us on Tuesday."
Fuck the long stroke, and let's get back to it. If you are dealing with anybody, in law enforcement, will tell you, if a motherfucker get caught in a lie, they're dirty.
Well, let's clear this up first, Rico.
I don't care if it's a cop. I don't care if it's a prosecutor. I don't care if it's a judge. If they have a single transgression,
a judge, even
if it's a single transgression, they throw the baby out with the bathwater, because what they are very big on is a thing called ethics. You can't break it. So ethically, the bottom line, if he is what you can find or describe as a demonstrable liar, you cannot believe anything he says. So he demonstrably proved he made a bunch of shit. He's a fucking liar.
That's what an attorney will do. Once they get you to tell that one lie, they're gonna burn you after that. They got you on the stand, burn you up.
Because what they're gonna say? Was you lying then, or are you lying now?
Exactly. They're gonna burn you up.
Dirty fucking cop. He's a dirty fucking cop.
Wait a minute. You know who we got on the line with us now?
Yeah.
We got our
but the bigger thing is, I want everybody to understand this, is that if you are a dirty cop, you know that in your book, you got people unjustly incarcerated. And they look like us. They look like us. They don't unjustly lock up white people. They unjustly lock up people who look like us.
Shout out to John Hart.
Somebody.
Rico, we long stroking. Come on, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it.
That believe in mixing, and the majority of people don't. A lot of people don't realize 80% of black men marry within their race. There's always that percentage where there's 15 to 20% that doesn't care. The majority of people, you guys, think like that, right? And so this is one of the things I want to bring up, because I thought it's such a great comparison to make. White pride. He talks about in that interview, if you were to watch it, about what that means to him. And guess what, you guys? That's him. He can believe and feel what he wants to feel. I don't care. He's one person, you guys. It doesn't matter. People thought that was supposed to be like this big, oh my God, look, that's what he thinks and he's a racist. I know plenty of other black people feel the exact same way. They don't want to mix. They're proud about who they are. We're very prideful people. We don't want to mix.
Okay, we understand his point of view. Can we come in?
No. We got to clear this up. I got to clear this up.
Bring in Sister OG.
I got to clear this up real quick.
Okay, but we ain't got to hear
black people. Hold on, Rico. Black people ain't not mixing because they hate white people. We're not mixing because we love our own self. Now, some of them do that, but most of them are not on that because they don't want their blood twined with ours, and they feel some type of way about us being in their bloodline, interrupting their bloodline, because that's what we're gonna do. So
okay, bring OG in to
wait, no, Rico, wait a minute, So it's a different reason. We have a different reason for why we're doing what we're doing. I brought OG in. She can come in anytime she get ready.
The fact of the matter is,
Patrice,
we don't have to explain his shit. Come on, Sister OG. We don't have to explain.
No, but we ain't explaining his, but we explaining our position.
Fuck him. He lying like he always do. Lying.
Patrice.
Come on, Patrice.
No, she.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, I'm having I'm gonna talk on my phone while my computer is updating. I don't know why I can't get on the StreamYard from my laptop, but I'll do it on the phone until then.
Preach,
Okay.
sister, preach.
All right.
Go ahead. You got it.
Yeah, so Nathan Daly made this video regarding Six the Goddess was in the long version, the live version, and then he did a clip of me. And it all started with, we have to really go back to where things started, right? Because in the beginning, Nate and I had a pretty communicable conversation until it came down to talking about police reform and reparations. We had some disagreements. So I just started noticing the disrespect, on panels, when we had the conversation regarding police reform, or we had the conversation regarding reparations. I got a lot of pushback from him, and disparaging things he was saying, because what black people didn't deserve it, what black people gonna do with it, black people ain't gonna do anything but mess it up, and I'm like, but that's beside the point. We're talking about a debt is old, and we know that we have problems in the black community. So I don't understand, where his stance was. And I'm thinking, well, he's a black man, right? Why is he coming off so hasty this way? Then I found out he is, from the islands, right? He's Jamaican. And I was like, oh, okay, because maybe he feel away because he wouldn't qualify for reparations here in the United States. He would have to qualify and go through Jamaica. You know what I mean? So no big deal. But I just noticed that every time we be on panels together and there's a discussion about reparations, or there's a discussion about police reform, he will give me pushback, not knowing that I, do have an understanding of how a lot of things happen in our community when it comes to disproportionately police killing unarmed black men and black women. So the conversation came up in regards to that, and it was specifically, I was specifically talking about a case with Brother Ozone, the case out of Florida, where Ozone was a guy that was a militant. He protested and stood and protected the protesters when they protested about Breonna Taylor. So I happened to mention it on I think it was Black Man Unfiltered's channel, and so I told him about the case and what was going on and stuff like that. And then we had some back and forth, and it got a little heated. And I said, I think that black man decided that he didn't want to be a hashtag, because there was a black man that got into a tussle with a white cop, and the white cop ended up getting deleted. And I think he got really upset that I said that, because I know that he upholds the blue code of silence, whether he's an active, member of the police force or not. I know that that's a standard that they do. And it was just, a lot of back and forth and vitriol, and I just noticed that every time I'm on panels with him, it was just like levels of disrespect. So on that panel, we were called back to the back of Black Man. It was Black Man Unfiltered, a Black Man's Unfiltered panel. So I get back there, and it's like 9 of them back there, and they all coming at me, asking me questions about, do I think, Nathan is I forget the name they call it, I guess a blue code procurer or something like that, to that nature. And I said, yeah, of course, because that's just the nature of police officers, right? And there was this white guy back there, and I was like, but why is he back here? I'm thinking to myself, why is he back here when we talking about, disproportionately, black men are being killed by cops, and we're talking about racist cops and things of that nature. So someone asked me the question back there, and I think that it was like they were trying to set me up. They asked me, am I racist against cops? I said, no. I says, I don't know. They asked me, did I hate cops? I said, no, I don't hate cops. I say, I dislike and I hate racist cops, no matter what their race is. So it doesn't matter to me. because I've seen Black cops do nefarious things as well. So after that conversation, I got an email from Nathan. After that, Nathan apologized to me backstage. I said, well, you disrespected me in public, right? I say, so to me, that's null and void, right? So we ended the back stream. So he was like, well, we can talk later and have another conversation if you want to. And I was like, okay, let me think about it. I thought about it. I shot Nathan an email. I says, no, come to think of it, I don't want to have the conversation. I have nothing else to prove. And I said, what I'm noticing is there's a lot of disrespect on these panels. I said, it's funny how you publicly disrespected me, but you privately apologized. I said that to him. And so he sends me an email back and said, I understand and I respect that. And that was the end of that, right? No more nothing. We on another platform, right? And it happened to be Raw B's platform. And again, conversation comes up. I think I was up there first with Raw and we were talking about different stuff, or whatever. I can't remember exactly how it happened. And then Nate and I got into another heated argument on her platform. And again, he disrespected me on that platform to the point where Mr. 84 had to come up and was like, OG, you all right? And then Nathan got a little upset because he came up there, just to make sure I'm good. It was almost like he didn't want anyone to defend me or just to check on me or to make sure I'm good. So I'm thinking to myself that like this dude, like it's got to be something more. Like it's like why he's just taking these dibs at me. You know what I mean? Well, you better keep your name out my mouth or else I'm telling you, she say my name one more time, y'all. I'm gonna expose her. I'm like, what are you? What are we? What are we in grade school? And I was like, whatever. So all of that time passed. And then, of course, up until now, Six the Goddess does her channel the other day talking about the disrespect of Black men and talking about two men in particular on her channel, him being one. And because I came up on the panel and said, I understand what you're talking about. The same two guys that you were talking about are the two guys that disrespected me. I guess Nate got in his feelings about that. And that's when he in turn did the video that he did on me. Now, I have no problem with someone doing a video and it's equal and it's fair and it's of level of, okay, you said some stuff, I'm gonna say some stuff. But the brother went deeper. He went personal. So he goes onto my social media and he pulls those pictures and he calls himself exposing me. So I'm allegedly supposed to be a pro-Black person, but I'm dating interracial. Now, I want to say this. I said on this platform and many other platforms, I have never hid the fact that I've interracially dated in my life, right? So I don't understand how you exposing something that I've already said, but whatever. But it was the fact that the video was a blatant lie and it was dishonest and it was under false pretenses that he did that video. So he pulled up old pictures of me and my ex. Everyone that was over there on his platform saw it. And he said that that was my husband.
So Patrice, can I ask you clearly right now today, are you married?
No, I'm not married.
So you're not married to anybody?
No.
Black, white, young, old, man, or woman. You're not married at all.
No, I'm not married.
So
are you
that was
sure?
a lie.
Wait. Are you sure?
So that was a lie that you were married. And
right.
How many times? I want everybody to hear this. How many times in your life have you ever been married?
I've been married once in my life.
Okay. So you've only been married once in your life. You're not currently married. And
correct.
The one time you was married to what? What? Oh,
a Black man.
Sister? That's your sister on the screen?
No, that's me and that tall.
Was that your brother next to you?
Drink of water that I married to. And we were married for over 10 years. That's my wedding picture.
Hold on, Patrice.
Wait a minute, that can't be right because Nathan said you got a white husband.
Hold on.
That can't be right.
Let me collect myself, Patrice. You telling me that's you and the man next to you is your husband?
My ex-husband. We're divorced now.
Well, he must
But
have had
yeah.
a hell of a tan for a
Wait a minute.
white man.
Yeah.
Do
So
you
I just,
understand what I'm saying?
my situation and my stance is about clearing my name for the lie and the disrespect of that video that he did, right?
And Patrice, that's why I'm pointing this out, because I want everybody to understand that he said you are married to a white man. You're not married to anybody.
Correct.
And he said it was a white man and you've never married a white man. So that's
Correct.
two demonstrable lies.
Once you choose to step out and swirl,
That's what I'm saying.
You are.
Thank you.
So this is one of the parts. This is the most important part of this, right? The swirling.
Pause it for a minute, Clarence.
Whereas
pause it, Clarence. Fuck what this nigga saying. So y'all see what he put up on the screen. Y'all see
say it out of his own mouth.
He said that she currently has a white husband. She's not married, and she's never been married to a white man. That's a demonstrable lie. Now, to the pro-black part, we'll get to that in a minute. But number one,
Rico, what about this? I didn't know. He already admitted that he knew that he was lying when he said this. He already admitted that. Okay, so I don't want people, because people gonna say, "Oh, Rico, you going after him," and he didn't know. No, he knew. He admitted he knew.
But here's the thing: is if you didn't know, why would you put it up there? So I don't care if he didn't know. If I don't know something, I'm not going to present it as fact.
That's what I'm saying, Rico.
Because if I present something as fact that I don't know to be true, then that's called a what? L-I-E, a lie. You cannot present
especially
something
when you, it's two ways.
And Rico, don't know it to be true.
Let's be clear. There's two ways. You can lie and you just don't know, or you can know you lying. You know you lying.
But Clarence,
know it.
Clarence, I don't care which way. I don't care which way you do it. Both ways is a fucking lie. You don't state something.
But it's worse when you know you lying.
It may make
you misleading people.
But Clarence, it doesn't matter, because I'm not going to give these niggas no excuse to wiggle out to say I didn't know.
Ain't no excuse.
But I'm saying is I'm not trying to do a hard lie or a soft lie. It's a motherfucking lie, and they're the same. If you don't know it to be true, you can't state it. And he stated it. He typed it. We're reading it.
No.
He's a motherfucking liar.
I know.
Okay, finish the tape, because I want to address the whole issue with
now is that if you are a swirler, if you're mixing and matching out here, your voice no longer matters, right? You can't speak on Black issues. You can't talk about Black things. You can no longer be considered pro-Black. And it's a perfect time to talk about this, right? The pro-Black movement, pro-Hispanic, pro-white, pro-Asian. Listen, everybody has this pride in their own individual group. If you don't want to mix, that's fine. Calling someone else a racist for thinking that way is hypocritical, right? I think. That's just my personal opinion. But this particular thing right here is a statement in the trailer that Six made.
Okay, can you pause it? Go ahead.
Chelsea
Patrice talk. We're not here to listen to him and his bullshit. Go ahead, Patrice. Explain everything.
I wanted to address the Six issue because he inserted Six's comments. I guess she made a while back before I even was a subscriber to her channel or knew how she felt about people being in interracial relationships. And I want to be clear on me saying that woman is entitled to whatever she feels, right? I have nothing to do with how she feels about that. So he inserted that in there as to say, I'm supporting someone that doesn't support me interracially dating, and that's fine. I don't like the idea that it's being inserted to try to have a discord between me and another Black woman. I'm not going to do that. So I want to be clear that Six the Goddess, this beautiful queen, can have her opinion and her view on interracial dating and swerving as much as she wants to. But guess what? OG Patrice has no problem with that. And I was up there supporting the fact that she was disrespected like I was by two Black men. That was the issue, the reason why I was up there. Now, her opinion and her personal views on interracial dating and how she feel about swerve, that's her business. Just like me having to have interracially dated in my life is mine. So I want to be clear with that.
Can I just say this? I 1000% echo exactly what OG Patrice says. Okay, it's okay for people in, because as I told Bro Clarence earlier today, people in the pro-Black space, there are different sects of it, the same as there are different sects in the Judaism space, right? You have Orthodox Jews, you have you just have like 7 or 8 different types of Jews, and they practice differently. Same thing in Islam. You have different people in Islam that practice in different ways. They all believe in Islam, they all believe in Allah, but they don't practice the same way. So just because one person says, oh, well, this is the way it is, okay, that's the way it is for them. That's fine. And I don't have a problem with it. You can feel and believe whatever you want. And I respect that that's your belief. It doesn't mean that I share the same thing. So I think exactly what she said made perfect sense. But what he did was a weak ass, I'm going to try to divide and conquer, because again, I'm not letting anybody get lost on the thought of ultimately him, along with TLA, along with Anton, along with Obsidian, along with Chaotic Cocoon, and all the rest of them. This is all born out of their insatiable need to defend white privilege. They couldn't let a white person who said something fucked up, that got themselves in trouble, they couldn't let them stand in their own shit. So what did they decide to do? I'm gonna go find a nigga to drag into this shit. And they chose Sister OG. They picked the wrong motherfucker today. They picked the wrong one.
Let's be clear. Nate is the one that did the video. Let's be clear about that, right? So to my knowledge, I have not done anything personally to any of these men, right? So I'm not going to say that they're responsible for this, but I did see, a bunch of super chats coming and, a bunch of remarks and chats, and people are entitled to their opinion. So I'm not even mad about that. My concern is clearing my name and the misjudge of character, the blatant lie that he said about me. That's my main concern. He and the rest of those men can have their stance on however they want to, on who they want to rock with. If they want to rock with Crusty, Rusty, Pearly, White, they can do that. To be clear on my name, I have never in any space said I was a pro-Black person.
And let me just say this also.
Again, I have, hold on, brother.
Go ahead.
I have said that I am an ADOS Black American woman. When I realized my lineage that I come from, I said that I am for my people first, but I have never in no space claimed to be a pro-Black woman, because obviously the way in their eyes, or in his eyes, pro-Black means Black everything. You can't date nobody but your own race and all of that. That's not my stance. I never took that stance. Right? So to accuse me of being this pro-Black person just because I fight for reparations, just because I do community work, just because I work with kids to stop violence in communities and things of that nature, and predominantly they are Black and they look like me because they come from the urban areas, then it is what it is. But I also work with other races of kids as well, right? So I want to be clear on the mischaracter naming of me as a Black woman being a pro-Black person. I don't sit in pro-Black spaces like I'm Hotep, Hebrew Israelite, Pan-African. I've never said in any space I was any of those things because I know I have interracially dated. I have biracial grandchildren, right? So if I'm going to be for right, I'm going to be for right for my people first. So that's my concern, is for the fight for my people first. I want to be clear about that because there seems to be a misconception of me being a pro-Black woman and in pro-Black spaces, but I date interracially. Let me be clear. I have said on many panels, people love who they love, do whoever they want to do, whatever color that looks like. But I know in my community that my people are hurting the worst. So why wouldn't I fight for things for my people first?
And let me steal a little bit of thunder for a second, sister, because I ain't got much time. But I want to say this because again, this is titled Facts. It should have been Truth versus Lies, but it's Facts versus Lies. Because after sister's name, the first two sentences are a demonstrable, bold, out-faced lie. She doesn't have a white husband, and she never stated that she was pro-Black. She's never done it. So those first two things are outright lies stated by this bald-head coon-ass cop, because that's what he is to me. Because if you're proven to be a demonstrable liar,
let me be clear.
Go ahead.
Let me be clear, right? The communication that Nathan and I had at first, like I said, it was cordial. It was different. See, because he reached out to me for help because he wanted me to connect him with Angela Stan King, right? That's my sis. I love her. I rock with her. I'm a mod on her channel. He knows that. He knew that I was connected to her community-wise and politically-wise. I got an email from that brother. And I think I sent you, I think I sent you those receipts because I don't want people to think that this is a farce, where he reached out to me via, I believe it was, he went through Uncle Stu to reach out with me after Uncle Stu had interviewed on his platform. And we're going to talk about good old Uncle Stu later.
Ooh.
So I said, okay, I'll help y'all connect or whatever. He comes on Angela Stan King's platform when that young man got shot up all them times by the police officer. I can't think of the young man's name, but he got shot up like 60-some times. Y'all remember? He jumped out the car, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, he's up on the platform. He's up on the platform.
Like 90 times.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it was a lot.
He's up on the platform. I go up and I ask him a challenging question based off of things he said on other platforms. That is not true, right? He feel a way about it. And again, he come at me again, disrespectful. Not on that platform. He played it off in front of Angela Stanton King, but on another platform, he later, took some shots at me. I said nothing. I said, okay, I see it's a problem with me asking questions or challenging him based off of things that he said that was false, right? That was not true when it comes to policing and things of that nature. Okay, so time goes on. He gets hooked up with Angela Stan King or whatever. I don't know what happened with that. I don't even care. So now we're moving the needle further. Again, this whole situation for him doing this video and taking a personal shot at me is because I went up on Six to Goddess platform and I stood with those sisters in a matter of how I see Black men disrespecting Black women in these YouTube streets. I'm old enough to be Nate's mother. My son is older than Nate. So I asked him in a private meeting that we had actually today. I said, you know that is a lie and it's defamation. I said, we can work out something for a public apology. And there was other people back there that witnessed it. So he wants to negotiate, right? I said, okay, let's negotiate. Now, y'all tell me if this sounds like a negotiation. He said he could take the videos down once he hears from Six's husband or something. I'm like, wait, whoa, I ain't got nothing to do with you and Six situation. He said, yeah, you're right. I'll edit it out, whatever. I'll take them down, and then I'll make the apology next Tuesday. I'm like, well, why do we have to wait that long? Because you wasted no time. After Six did that video, you wasted no time following up with the video discrediting me, telling lies on me. And it went back and forth and stuff. And then somebody that was in the meeting mentioned, hey, let's do Saturday. Now I can't do Saturday, I'm too busy. So now are we negotiating, or did you just say this is what it is, take it or leave it? Because to me, negotiating is going back and forth with let's work out a day that's convenient for both people. He didn't give that option. He literally said, it's Tuesday or Wednesday, that's the only day I can do it, period, take it or leave it, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, well, I'll leave it.
Sister OG, you know how I feel. Your respect is not negotiable, okay? That he willfully chose to violate and to make up this shit. He just chose to do it. And again, to remind everybody, this is all in defense of white privilege. So just like he got chaotic little cooning cuck ass over here twerking in the chat, you can keep your cuck cooning ass in the chat. And any other fuck nigga that wanna come over here talking about peace is over. Okay, y'all, we are done. The black community, which y'all say ain't shit and y'all don't give a fuck about, well, guess what? The ones that y'all don't give a fuck about, we've collectively got together and said, fuck y'all. We are done being for sale. We are done with y'all feeling
I'm not understanding how someone like me, who is a supporter of people's channels and platforms, I don't have a YouTube channel where I voice or influence people, right? And they do. And the bigger they are, right, the more influence that they have. And I'm finding in this space that a lot of people are being bullied, and they being threatened and told, don't do that, because if you do that, he gonna do this. I wouldn't do that.
I don't care.
It's funny because I got a text saying, oh, don't do that, because he said he got more. I wouldn't do that for you. But it was funny when he did his video. Did anybody say that to him? Don't do that, bro.
Nope.
Don't do that to that sister.
Or
don't go up there and blatantly tell a lie on her and try to discredit her and spoil her reputation and her character.
And if they did, he did it anyway. He did it anyway, right?
Exactly.
So if that's the case, we have a right to respond. It's not gonna be no, oh, you punch me and I turn that turn the other cheek bullshit is just that. It's the first and foremost, they're fraudulent. They're not being honest. The emperor has no clothes. We all know this. The only reason why they're doing all this is because they've been exposed through the way that they bend the knee and they suck up. They've sucked up to this 26-year-old. This white girl exposed them for what they are. So what do? Instead of them going out trying to punch up, they say, let me look around and punch down. He wait till now. If you've been trolling him, why the fuck he didn't say nothing before? He wait till now.
That's the troll situation, right?
But no, here's the thing, Patrice. He waits till now. He waits till, oh, I gotta save this white woman and her white privilege. Now I'm gonna say something. So that's why I said it's all bullshit. You was never trolling him. You never was. This is about
let me tell you what he upset about. He's upset that my sister Michi X put up a video on her channel with something Nate was saying, and I made a comment on it, right? And he saw it and he went in. You need to keep your mouth closed, and you need to do whatever it was he said. It was as if he don't think nobody should come in or make a voice on anything he says, but he has a right to do it on whatever he wants to do it on. See, I don't understand the hypocrisy in that, right? So then he started calling me a troll, right? So I said, okay. Now, a troll is somebody that going on multiple platforms, trolling, wherever he is, making comments, saying different stuff and all of that, right? That's not what I do. I'm not trolling Nathaniel, nor have I ever trolled him. I made some comments on some video clips that people put up, and I'm entitled to do that, right? But it's funny that he don't want me to mention his name, but he feel he can disrespect me. I don't understand. Just make me understand the hypocrisy of someone that because you respond to them or you make a comment, they want to silence you or try to silence you with threats, right? So this is a free will to talk and say what I want to say. And I want to be clear. That's why I want to be clear and talk about the hypocrisy of what I see going on in these YouTube streets, not just with me. I see a lot of Black women. These Black men are doxing Black women, literally.
They are.
All because they disagree with them or they make a comment on something or they say something they don't like and there's discord.
Yep.
So
they want attention from them and they're not getting it.
Whatever the case be, right? Like, I don't know what the situation is that happened. Well, yes, I do. I saw the video that Six put up about what happened.
He couldn't take an L.
Right? So I saw that. And again, like I said, I spoke up as a woman that was disrespected for another woman that I felt was disrespected. I feel that I have the right to do that, right? And so because I did that, feelings were hurt. So it's like, oh, you hurt my feelings. You said something about me. So look what I'm gonna do to you. This is where we are. And to me, that is a self-reflection of self-hate of self. Because Nate is a dark-skinned man just like I am. And how can he look at himself and look at me and not see that we are one and the same when it comes to being Black? But there is a part of self-hate that I see Black men inflict on Black women.
But you know the thing that gets
me is that's the sad part for me. So the conversation we had, in the back chat, it went nowhere, right? Because he said, I'll negotiate, but then you didn't negotiate. You gave me an ultimatum. Take it or leave it. That's not a negotiation.
But
I felt it was unfair.
I can appreciate you sharing. I would have never had that conversation. I'm not saying you was wrong for having it. I'm just saying, I'm just speaking for me because I know where it goes. When I get offended, that's it. The conversation is over. Talking is done, right? So what I see is, okay, this is a nigga that can't take an L. I don't know if his mama and daddy and them, whatever, ever made him feel good about himself, but he can't take an L. He got rejected. He didn't like it. He got into his fields and so on and so forth, right? But then what gets me is what probably upsets me the most is he spent all that time defending what he determined was or wasn't racist, but then in the next breath, he's sitting here trying to tell somebody what's pro-Black or not. So that's the only thing that gets me is it's like, how are you sitting there saying, oh, I don't think this is this, but I think this is this. So if you think that this is what this is supposed to be, then we have a right to say that we think that this is what she did is what it was. So if he's sitting there giving you the charge of, oh, well, if you pro-Black, you got to do this, this, and this, then everybody that's upset about Just Pearly can say what she said was racist, and he don't get to tell us it's not. He doesn't. It's the ultimate gaslighting. And that's the thing that probably offends me the most is him and Anton and TLA little sugar booty ass and fucking chaotic and all them cooning ass motherfuckers. They're literally victim shaming Black people for being justifiably outraged. Because the thing is, we're not. They're literally looking you in the face. Oh, you played racist. No, sometimes a motherfucker is just racist. Don't sit there and get so defensive that, oh, they're going to say we all. I don't give a fuck what they say. If it is a thing, it's a thing. It's a thing. But he's going to look us in the face and say, oh, well, what she said, it wasn't that bad. To you, it wasn't that bad. But to my ancestors and the shit that we've been through, yes, it was. And you don't get the right to tell me differently. That's the ultimate gaslighting. And we sit there because this whataboutism shit. Well, I don't want to seem like we always saying. So you'll even say it to the detriment where guess what? They're actually literally being racist, and you won't say it is because you don't want the people that are being racist to feel bad. Y'all motherfuckers is crazy. And y'all listening to him, he's a liar and he's a dirty cop. The first two sentences he said, again, was not true. That makes him a liar.
And
if
also,
he's a liar, he's a dirty cop.
And also in our conversation, you know, I was like, you know what? I was like, you full of it. And he was like, yeah, I am. Like the audacity. So he let me know that I felt that the intentions was not genuine. If you say we having a meeting to try to resolve the issue, but we don't negotiate, you just actually give me an ultimatum, take it or leave it type of situation. And another brother that was in said meeting said, well, can we work this day out? Oh, no, I'm busy. I can't do that. So are we negotiating or are you just giving me an ultimatum? You understand what I'm saying? And to me, that was the hypocrisy for me. Like,
absolutely, I understand. And I'll just sit there and say this. I just want to say this last thing because I ain't got much time. Is again too, when it's funny, he would give the explanation on what to him is racism, right? But then he makes this claim about pro-black, right, Patrice? But what makes me angry is I'm like, then nigga, do you even know what pro-black is? Because pro-black doesn't say that you can't date interracially. Pro-black says to be in support of black people or meaning either or. Pro-black, anybody can look up the definition, the Urban Dictionary, to support black people or, which would mean either or, in favor of black people. You don't even have to be black to be pro-black. So what the fuck is he talking about? But he's going to give us a lesson on racism. So why should I listen to someone talk to me about what's pro-black if he doesn't even understand what racism is? But see, people will sit there and listen to him say, oh, yeah, right. There are white people that are pro-black, believe it or not.
But
we don't like to hear that, and it sounds strange to us, but that's a real fucking thing.
Right, but brother, I'm at a point, you know, I don't even care no more. You know, like people can rock with her if they want to, and the ones that don't stand on what they stand on, right? I'm talking about this situation and the blatant lie that was told on me and me clearing my name. That's what's important to me right now. Because things that happen in these YouTube streets can reflect later with things that you do and people you associate with, organizations, things of that nature. And Nathan and I had this conversation, so he know that. Just like he's connected with organizations and people and work and things that he do. And I respect that. But a mass has to be respected too. You know, so when you come for the juggler, just because I said something in someone's chat that was true, actually, it was actually the truth. You did disrespect me. That hurt your feelings or made you feel away. And it was like, oh, well, let me know now, make a video and lie on her. You know, but go ahead, let it play some more.
Yeah. But no. Again, like I said, but what I don't want is we're not here to listen to him all night. So, bro, Clarence, I love you, brother. I don't want to hear him do him in little clips and let Patrice talk because he talked.
Let bro Clarence say something if he want to say something.
Yeah. I mean, he can talk, but I don't want to hear Nathan because the bottom line, if anybody want to hear the bullshit he said, you go over to his channel.
You know, just for the record, would you please show that tall, dark, and handsome drink of water that I used to be married to?
He looked kind of light-skinned, Patrice, though. He did look kind of light-skinned, right, Clarence?
Can we just set the record straight, you know, once again about the man that I was married to?
Yeah, put him.
Can we just set the record straight?
Patrice, that's a
skin.
lot of white on that picture.
Yeah,
that's a lot of white in that picture, right, Clarence?
That man is tall, chocolate, handsome, 6'2" brother that I married in 2001. Okay,
that suit white. Is the suit
and
white?
we were married for 10 years. Okay, and that is
But
the
it's the
only
suit.
man that I was married to, and that's the only
Are you
man
sure,
that I was ever
Nathan
married.
said you was married to a white man.
Patrice,
Yes,
Patrice, I got one question. Is that suit white?
the suit is white, like my dress.
You fucked up.
That's the only thing that's white. Right?
All right, y'all. So y'all want to go back? Y'all want to go back to the video?
Well, we gonna skip through his ass. I mean, go through it, but we ain't long stroking with his lies.
No. Let's see.
I mean, you can play it, but I'm just saying we want to get to the next victim.
But see,
Yeah,
the rabbit hole runs deep. You know, it runs deep. So we got to get to some other things because people in the chat is trying to jump way to something else, and I'm literally sticking on this. It's funny how they get in other chats and they hoo-ha and you the go, ooh you bringing the heat, and ooh you know all the rah right. But now they in the chat, well, why is so and so in the pen, and why is this, and we all talk about each. See, now it's the cape for the capers,
and
right?
I already told you, Patrice,
it's amazing to me.
And Patrice, what I told you tonight, we're not here to listen. We here to talk. We here to talk. We ain't here to listen. Fuck what anybody think.
Go ahead, finish playing it.
Go ahead.
All right, y'all.
That if you don't want, well, if you want to live this lifestyle and want to be you want to mix around, you cannot speak on Black issues. And one of the things that I brought up in this was one of her followers, who is actually one of my main trolls from my channel. Her name is OG Patrice, right? And we're going to talk about her tonight. She's earned a right to be discussed in this live stream.
So
OG Patrice has a white husband.
Shit the way he said it, right?
Okay?
I earned the
white
right.
husband.
I earned the right.
She's pro-Black. And she is a pro-Black representative. She's ADOS. She's
Somebody's
FBA.
locked
She's
up
fighting for reparations
because of this nigga
in Nevada. Right? She's showing up. She's having these discussions. She's really making some strides and making sure that that people recognize the need, the necessity
of
reparations in her state. So she's always part of that conversation.
Behind this
you guys
dirty
listen.
line,
but then when you turn around and listen to what Chelsea is saying, is she's saying that listen, if you decide to swirl, you can't speak on Black issues. Now, granted, OG Patrice is my troll, bless her heart. But again, here lies the problem.
Stop the video.
Here lies the problem.
Stop the video. I'm his troll, bless her heart. Nathan is a Christian man, right? He stands on Christian principles and values. I've heard him say he's a Christian. So bless my heart that I'm a troll. But see, it's a hypocrisy for me because I have not trolled this man at all. If he truly know the definition of what a troll is. I made some comments on a couple of videos that other people post. And he had a problem with that. So now I'm labeled a troll.
And he didn't
make sense. Boy, the hypocrisy. Mm-hmm. And I'm not talking about all Christians. But for me, it's Christians like Nathan Dale. Mm-hmm. That's supposed to be so uprighteous. He was a former cop that got hurt in the line of duty. Mm-hmm. And he's on social media, on YouTube, doxing another Black woman with lies. Mm-hmm. Pay attention.
And Patrice, that's what I said.
Now, do you not see the smirk smile on his face? Mm-hmm. See, smirk smiles tell a lot of stories, right?
Well, let him say it out of his own mouth that you're married to a man.
Patrice, that's the same look that motherfucker will sit up in a courtroom and will sit there and point to somebody that look like me or Clarence and send our ass to jail looking just like that. Looking just like that. That's what a fucking dirty cop looks like. And I want everybody in the sound of my voice to see that. That motherfucker done locked up somebody's cousin, uncle, auntie, daddy, son. And don't think all dirty cops are white. Half of those motherfuckers look just like this nigga. And guess what? If he didn't lie on him, he sat there and saw somebody do it and looked the other way. He seen his partner put dope on somebody and didn't fucking say nothing because he's a fucking dirty cop, because he's a fucking liar. There it is, right there in front of you, looking in your fucking face. And then he sit up on these motherfucking anti-black panels and talk this shit. Fuck that dirty cop. That's what that motherfucker is. He's a dirty fucking cop, a low-down, lying piece of shit. And somebody, black or brown, has had their life ruined fucking with this nigga. That's why he ain't for reparations. That's why he's against anything pro-black, because his fucking ass been out there doing the white man's fucking work. That's why he's defending white privilege.
Don't say that, bro, Rico. He's B1. Don't say that.
No, he's a fucking dirty cop. He's a lying ass motherfucking dirty cop, and that's why he up here defending white privilege.
Can I play the part where? Can I play the part where he?
Let me finish. That 26-year-old white woman who comes from a family of means don't need protection. If that motherfucking funky ass never get on YouTube again, that motherfucking woman will be fine. But this dirty lying ass cop will come on here and lie on a fucking black woman in defense of a 26-year-old white woman. He's a liar and a fucking dirty cop. Fuck him. And that's the type of police, when Ice Cube and NWA said, fuck the police, that I fucking rock with them.
All right, Rico, we're going to play this. We're going to play it because I want to hear him say it out of his own mouth.
So OG can't come to the cookout because she got a white man? You see how silly this sounds? An advocate for reparations, a woman who was a descendant of slaves, American slaves. She's FBA. She's not good enough now.
No, I'm not FBA. Cut that. I'm not FBA. Where'd he get that from? I never claimed to be FBA. I've always said I was ADOS. I've always rocked with the ADOS movement. So
it's got to be the truth because Nathan said it. Patrice, Nathan said it. So
you all know, y'all have heard me on many platforms talk about ADOS. Y'all know that.
That's all I ever heard come out of your mouth.
So again, it's the hypocrisy and the blatant lies that is being told on me, while he got that look on his face of being malicious, where he's being conniving, manipulative, intentionally. So it makes me wonder, since he went at me on such a personal level, and I asked him this, I said, it's personal for you, ain't it? What about me? When you look at yourself, I'm a dark woman, you a dark-skinned man. Did you get teased at school? Did you get bullied? Did you get called out your name because you're dark skinned? I know I did. I experienced colorism. I had my full lips talked about, Nate, my complexion. So what is it about the self-hate of Black people that they see, they inflict the pain on that person, opposite person? Because I see something deeper going on. I really do. And it's a serious thing for me because I've talked about it many, many times of being a dark-skinned woman and dealing with colorism when I was coming up in grade school and high school, right? And so it's a real thing. I actually empathize with the brother when I saw the video of his accident, right? Now, when I was on 6th panel, I have nothing to do with nobody else laughing at his situation. Right? Because I didn't think that was funny at all. But it's funny because I got accused of laughing and it wasn't me that laughed at him. But I digress. It's the hypocrisy.
All right, Patrice. Let's finish the video because we got other people to deal with here. Rico had to go, so we got other people to deal with. I want to hear him say that you got a white husband out of his own mouth.
White. She got a white man, a white zaddy, right? That's how y'all say it, huh? Don Lemon got a white husband. Facts. And he supports Black issues all the time. So I'm just trying to clarify to try to make it all make sense. I'm just making it make sense.
Okay. He's not trying to clarify. He's not. This is a very slick game he's playing. He's subtly putting you against Sid Goddess. That's what this is a very slick game. This is high science. This is
I knew that when he inserted her video saying that into my part of the video. I understand that was a slick, callous move that he did because he wants to cause discord between two Black women.
Exactly.
I'm ever gonna fight with that beautiful queen. See, because no matter what her past was, and we all have one, no matter what that sister past was, I'm not the one to judge her because I have a past. We all got a past, right?
That's right.
So to sit and say, oh, well, she feel that way, you know, I ain't gonna rock with her, or I'm gonna say something disparaging or whatever about it. See, that's what they want. And I'm not gonna give that to them. They ain't gonna get it from me. Because I just recently subscribed to her, so I had no way of knowing that she felt that way. And even if she did, even if she did, I don't care. That's not my business how she feel about that. And I'm not finna bring drama to her platform because she feels that way. That's her opinion and her feeling. And that's fine.
It was very subtle the way he did this. And but the bigger issue is that he's saying things and people give him credibility, and they may think this a certain about you and judge you based on this lie that he out here telling, or a couple of different lies that he out here telling, and then judge you harshly or put you in a basket or mistreat you because when they see you out in the youth streets because of what Nate said. And that's wrong. Because as far as I know, you ain't never said nothing disparaging about him. You said how you feel about him, but you ain't never encouraged nobody to go and, think ill of him.
I never influenced anyone from a platform to disparage him, to talk about him, to agree with my view on something he and I bumped heads with. I don't do that, right? But it's an influence of people that sit in these spaces that have a big following and a big influence that seems to always want to jump on the person with the smaller platform just because they're bigger in numbers or subscribers or whatever, right?
Right.
And we're in this space where everybody have their opinions and they share them respectfully, and we can agree to disagree. But the blatant disrespect and the blatant lies, that's for me, is where I draw the line and have a problem, because I've never lied on Nate. Nate know I never lied on him. Nate know anything I've ever said regarding him on any platform was the truth. What's the truth?
Yeah. So do you want to play the video with him actually having the accident that happened to him?
Absolutely. Yeah. Play it.
All right.
I know I don't know if they saw it, but play it.
Okay, this is Nate, and he unfortunately had this situation happen to him in the line of duty. So we're gonna watch this, y'all.
Involving the police and the dangers they face during routine stops every day. The images tonight coming from Atlanta. The officer at a traffic stop when the driver takes off onto a busy Atlanta highway. The officer holding on for his life. We want to let you know he does survive this. And here's ABC's Marcus Moore now.
This dash cam video captures the dramatic incident unfolding during what started as a normal traffic stop for Dunwoody police officer Nathan Daly. Watch as the driver puts the car into gear, racing off towards the highway. Officer Daly hanging on for his life. The officer still clenching the side of the car, even as it hits that gray SUV. The car pulling onto Atlanta's busy I-285. Then as the suspect swerves towards traffic, he hits another vehicle with Officer Daly stuck in the middle. Officer Daly bouncing off the ground. Officer down, 1080. Moments later, police say the driver would try to run on foot, but was quickly arrested. Miraculously, Officer Daly survived the terrifying ordeal and has this message for his community.
I will bounce back 10 times stronger. Little knick-knack. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support.
David, that driver who was originally pulled over for violating the state's hands-free law now faces 10 charges, including aggravated assault on a police officer and aggravated battery. David?
Just unbelievable pictures. Marcus, thank you.
Yeah. So that wasn't a funny incident.
No.
When I saw his video when he told his story on his platform, and he don't even know this. I never told him this. We wasn't even like rocking with each other, but I watched it. I watched him cry. I watched that young man cry and talk about his experience and what he went through.
Yeah.
And I sat and I watched it. And I'm a person that have a heart regardless. Like, we don't agree on stuff and whatever. But I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
No.
You understand? So,
yeah.
So for him to express such vitriol for me, I'm not laughing at what happened to him because I know he's disabled now because of that. Right?
Right.
But cops are supposed to uphold the law, protect and serve. They have a certain amount of integrity, values, morals, and things like that, code of ethics and things that they swear on, they give a oath to, right?
Right.
So it's sort of like when you in the service, even when you out of service, you still are serving. But the behavior that was expressed on that video that he did on me did not exemplify that. It didn't exemplify that at all, because I actually fell for him when I saw that video, and I saw him on his platform crying, talking about what he went through. Yeah. And I wasn't even talking to him, like me and him wasn't even rocking. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm a mother. I'm a woman. I feel. Right? So for him to do that to me, just based off of us disagreeing on something or not agreeing on something, or something that I said was the truth, and then you go on your platform and you lie. I haven't said anything to disrespect him even now. I've just told my truth, the truth.
Well, where we going from here, Patrice? What?
What's that, sir?
I said, where are we going from here?
Oh, I'm ready to move forward. I like the situation. Again, it's another rabbit hole, right? It goes deeper. I want to talk about the experience that I experienced of what I know was going on with things happening behind the scenes. See, a lot of people don't know that there are things that been happening to me over the last 2 years behind the scenes. Where
Patrice,
go ahead.
Before we get into something else, let's come to an understanding about Nathan. So, if Nathan was to come up and want to tell his side of the story, are you open to doing that or no? he had to tell a story on his own page or whatever.
But it's no story to tell as far as I think he's concerned. Like, I feel like he told something on his platform that was false.
Absolutely.
So for me, my ask for him, what was the conversation today was, I feel like you needed to publicly apologize on that same platform that you told that lie on me on. And you need to say that you lied.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. Okay.
I'm
so
not
that
saying,
didn't happen. So
no,
now
I'm not
what are we
saying
gonna
if
do?
he came up here, we wouldn't have no conversation. But what is his story? That's what I'm saying. Like, what would be his story?
Or maybe
There's no
maybe he'll
story.
come up to apologize. Maybe come up and say, you know what, I thought about it. You know what, I should have taken that. You know, I should have went with what you said earlier, and I thought about it as a Christian man. That's what I should have done. Maybe he'll do that.
As a Christian man, he should get on his platform and do the right thing. That's what a Christian man would do. See, it's just like he apologized. He disrespected me in public before, and he apologized to me in private. Now, you tell me if that's fair.
It's not.
So if you lied on me and did that video on your public platform, where should the apology be, bro Clarence?
It should be on his platform.
Okay.
He should have a special live stream where he brings you up live and he apologized to you live. That's what should happen. I'm just saying, if he was to come over here and apologize here, would you accept that? I just want to know if that's for the link. Should I get the link?
Okay. Well, I see Black Man Unfiltered in there saying he spoke with him today and he know what he's pissed about. That's funny because I spoke to him today too, Black Man Unfiltered, and he didn't tell me what he was pissed about. You know, like really.
Better watch out, man. He's already lied once or twice. Excuse me, like twice.
Like what are we doing?
We know about.
Like what are we doing? You know, I literally had a conversation with him today. So if he was pissed at something I said or done, then why didn't he say that to me then?
Because you was biggest troll.
I have never publicly or privately lied on that man ever.
Nah. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Right. That's right. So, Patrice, what happens now? Moving forward with Nathan, because let's put that to bed. What happens now? Are we just stuck in limbo, or you're not going to mention him, or he's not going to mention what did any resolution happen today that we can say, okay?
No resolution happened today because he didn't want to negotiate a date, which I felt was unfair. He said, well, I'm here to negotiate, but there was no negotiation. You gave me an ultimatum. Ultimatums is not negotiating.
Especially when you the
so how can you tell me you want to negotiate, but then you want to hush me and you want to hush me and not have me do my video explaining my truth and debunking the lie, right? But you want me to wait a whole Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4-5 days before you give me a public apology. You wasn't willing to negotiate the date when we talked today. But you said, oh, I'm here to negotiate. But I can only do it this day. Take it or leave it, basically. So that was an ultimatum. That wasn't a negotiation.
Yeah.
And I understand, Black Man Unfiltered, that you saying you want us to have the conversation. And I'm still open to have the conversation. Because guess what? I'm not bashing him, even right now. I'm not bashing him. I didn't come to bash him. I came to tell the truth because he told a lie.
Told two of them, as far as I can see. He said you was FBA, and then he said you was married to a white man.
Well, I'm not FBA. I never claimed to be. I've always claimed to be an ADOS woman. I never was married to a white man. I'm not married to a white man. I'm not married to any man now. So all of that was a lie. Have I dated interracially? Absolutely. I said that on a few platforms. I never denied that. And I never claimed to be a pro-Black woman. I claim to be a woman about my people first. Now, if you want to put that in your own category of what pro-Black is and then say, well, why is she interracially dating? That's on you. That's on you.
But can I say this? Why, when a Black woman offends a Black man, the Black man expects that apology immediately? But when a Black man offends a Black woman, I get to you when I get to you. You know, your reputation is not that important. Your your reputation, your aura, that's not important. What's important is me. I got a brand. So I can't be seen out here apologizing to Black women. I can't do that. And I think that's sick. I think if you offend somebody, you should be man enough to step up and take, it's part of being a man.
Right.
You know, sometimes you gotta take an L.
Right.
And you gotta learn how to take that L. You know what I mean? Oh, right. Man, I didn't mean to do that way. Or I shouldn't have done it that way.
So now let me show y'all what he just did. Since this conversation, I want to show y'all. I'm finna text you this, bro Clarence.
Okay.
I wanna text you this. I'm gonna text you this and you pull this up.
Okay.
This is what he just did while we're doing our conversation. You see that?
No, I ain't got it yet. Must have sent it to your white husband. Oh, I got it now.
You see that? Do you see that?
Yeah, you want me to put it up? You want me to put it up?
Yeah. Let the people see what he just did since we had this conversation. Since we're having this conversation. Put that, when I tell you self-hate is real, that because I'm having this conversation, he just literally dropped this.
Oh my gosh, man.
Now, when I tell you, we all know the connotation of being called monkeys and apes and gorillas and all of that, right?
Right.
Please show them what he just did.
Right now.
Show them what he just dropped.
Okay, I want you to do it right now. Hold on. Here we go. I just said it. Oh, okay. Oh, this is it. Oh, okay. Come on, man. Come on now. What happened? I sent it. Oh, I didn't send it. There we go. We got almost there.
Self-hate is real. Now, he would never do that to a white person. Never. But you see the vitriol that he gives Black women? Do you see the disrespect that he gives Black women? Do you see that?
That's too bad.
And that is one of the most racist connotations ever. I tell you, that man hates himself. You see that?
Wow.
I want you all to see what he just did.
Wow. What else needs to be said? I think
so he literally is still taking pictures off of my Facebook page. Now, that was a picture with me after I worked out at the gym, sweaty, no makeup, blah, blah, whatever. And he literally just did that.
Well, I guess
going on my Facebook page and taking pictures off of it and doing these things.
No, you know what's the funny part? It's not that the picture's funny. It's that some of our brothers, they'll sink so low. They got no limit to how low they'll go just to try to appease their crowd. You know what I mean? And if they gotta disrespect a black woman that's out here even doing nothing crazy, but doing something to help the community, if they gotta disrespect a black woman, they'll do it in a heartbeat.
Nathan,
But Miss
self-hate is so prevalent. It's so prevalent. You need to get some help, young man. Your self-hate is so prevalent.
Let me say this, please. But they can disrespect y'all. But let Miss Pasty or Amira or any one of them say, oh, we got to hold on now. Hold on. You can't. They so quick to step in front of the bullet for them. But our own sisters that walk with us through this horrible condition called slavery, we finna throw them under the bus like that. Like, no.
Now you tell me that's not personal. You tell me that's not personal.
That's horrible.
You tell me that somebody is not but her.
My apologies, because I thought we were dealing with rational people, but obviously this young man is on something else. Shout out to the clan.
I just want him to know, if he think that about me, somebody did that to him. He's hurt people.
I think y'all should do the same thing they trying to do to LaPeace.
He's hurt.
If this how you gonna do black women, it should never be another black woman on this platform ever again, ever. Courtney, it should never be another black woman on
racist and disrespect that this young black man just did since we've having this conversation.
Right? Wait a minute. How is it that he lied on you, and all you doing is trying to straighten out that lie, and then he does that? Like that's what you get in return for just straightening out the lie that he told.
Exactly. All because I'm speaking up for myself and telling my truth.
I lost a lot of respect for you, Nate. I tried to have a little respect for you, man, but I lost a lot of respect for you when you did this. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you, I told Patrice, I said, Patrice, I tried to get Patrice to not make it personal. I said, Patrice, this. Patrice was like, but I got to tell her my story. And I'm sure she shaved off a lot of it. But I feel bad for doing that, because look at what you did to her.
Yeah.
Well, I tried to have some respect for you, man.
It is a deeply rooted self-hate, bro, Clarence, that we have. It really is. And it's sad that him as a black man would do something like that. Somebody bullied him, somebody called him names, somebody did this to him, and now he's doing his hurt onto a black woman. That's a self-indoctrinated sickening. And he has a personal thing. It's personal with him.
Well, like I said, shout out to Stu, and I guess we'll find out, Stu. Now, this thing about Nathan I knew about, but some of the stuff coming up with you, I don't exactly know. Same thing with Gail. I don't exactly know everything that's coming out, but stay tuned, man. You can hear you hear, and you'll hear about it. But anyway, this stuff, those of y'all that rock with Nathan, this is who you rocking with: a liar and a disrespecter of the black woman. Now, if you're gonna still rock with him, go ahead and rock with him. But now you know. You can't say didn't know. You can't say you didn't know that Nathan Daly lied. We just showed you that he lied twice on Patrice. And not only that, this is the caricature that he made, right?
Yes. Yep.
So and what can we say? There's nothing else to say. If you still rocking with this dude after this, then hey, that's on you.
Bro,
I had a little respect for Nathan, but after doing this,
people gonna do what they do. I've
Yeah.
learned on these YouTube streets, it's a lot of hypocrites, it's a lot of fakes, it's a lot of phonies, right?
yeah,
I've learned that. So you tell me if he's not butthurt right now, because I'm literally having a conversation defending
shout out
myself.
to you, Don.
He has a problem because I'm literally having a conversation defending myself.
Well, I mean, pretty much. Are we done with Nathan? I mean, we see where he's coming from. His intention is not good, and no, what else can we say? So that's where he's in his mentality. Nobody made fun, and I feel bad because I told Patrice, don't make no, personal situation, or don't say nothing kind of fugazi about none of the situation with Nathan. And look at what I get. Look at what we got in return for it. So that was my fault, Patrice. Maybe that next time you don't listen to me. But still coming up on top. You still coming out on top. You still got class.
You know what? It's not even worried about. It's not even about. I'm not even worried about coming out on top. I'm worried about being lied on. I'm worried about my integrity, my reputation. See, Nathan was bullied, and now he's bullying. This is all that is. So it's something deeper in that young man that's going on with him that he got to deal with.
Well, I'm just saying, sis, now you know that there is no limit, there is no depth at which, he got to come back up for air. He'll just go as deep as he got to go. He'll lie. He'll do stuff like this. He'll do whatever he got to do to get his point across. Just like most cops, you know what I'm saying? If they got to lie to send a dude away for 20 years to keep his drug money or whatever they got to do, right? They'll do whatever they got to do, right?
Yeah, listen, this is something that's going on with him, deeply rooted with him, with me, that he has a personal issue that I know nothing about. You understand? And he had ample time in that meeting today that we had. We was in there for almost over an hour. Okay? Almost over an hour. And he didn't tell me what he's pissed about. He had plenty of time to do it. So listen, it's personal. And I see that now. Right? So any platforms, any postings, any humiliation things he's trying to do, any bullying things he's trying to do, he on his own with that, right? He lied on me. I asked him to take it down, to apologize, and to admit that he lied on me. And this is what he did behind that. So yeah, it's definitely personal for him.
Okay, so look, I don't know how to resolve it at this point. I think we pretty much spent enough time on Nathan. He's pretty much shown us what he thinks about. And let me tell you something. I invited Nathan to come out. I invited him to come up, but he didn't choose to do that. He chose to do this instead. So, okay, this is what he chose to do instead of manning up and just coming on and just talking about it. Okay. This
is a form of bullying. It's a form of defamation and all of that. I want him to know that. That's all this is cyberbullying and poor thing. I feel for you. I really do. Nathan, get some help. Get some help.
Need some, man. Really,
because it's something deeply rooted wrong with you.
Yeah,
and you were a police officer. And this is the behavior you're showing. You're showing the behavior of an adolescent, butthurt man. That's what you're showing.
Whew. All right, Patrice. What are we doing now? Are we moving on?
Yeah, let's move on to my next situation. And I want to explain that the reason why this rabbit hole goes deeper is because when Nathan did that video,
okay,
right,
Gail
was in the chat. And when I say Gail, I mean Gail at night.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I never spoke her name before. I've talked about this situation, but I never spoke her name before. Right?
Okay.
Until I saw her call me a swirl queen in the chat and said I called her a boot lick, which is a lie. And she was talking to Michi X in the chat, lying on me, right?
Okay.
So I said, okay.
So this
Now
is in
I
Michi
know.
X's chat.
No, it was in Nathan's chat. Michi X was in Nathan's chat, right?
Okay.
And you know I rock with Nathan. I mean, with Michi X. I've been rocking with her for years.
Okay.
I'm a subscriber to her channel. I've been rocking with her for years, right?
Okay.
Now, Gail and I had, I won't say a friendship, but a associateship, right? Gail had my personal number. We were talking all the time, texting all the time, and all of that, right? We all met from the lead attorney's channel, right?
Right.
So where the rabbit hole goes deeper with her, when I saw the disparaging things she put in the chat about, when I saw the disparaging things that she put in the chat about me, I was like, wow, okay, she digging again, right? Now I know she been doing some sneak shit behind the scenes about me, right?
Okay.
But I didn't say nothing. 2 years, I didn't call her name and I didn't say nothing, right?
Right.
We talking on the phone. She moderating on people's chats while we talk sometime, you know, and she telling me, texting me, talking to me, telling me, you know, different content creators' business and whatever. And I'm not here to ash out people's dirty laundry, right? That's neither here nor there. But when somebody starts doing that, I start to think about, if you do that for them and you're literally moderating on their platforms, what would you do for me? What would you say about me, right? So now Mr. Real Estate, I guess he fell out with lead attorney Anton, Lapeef Nim, who else? Gail and all of them, right? And I think it started with JB, that young man. What was his name? It started with him. So now we all met on lead attorney's channel.
Right.
So now I'm seeing all of the stuff going on. And these are men, coming at each other with this beef. I have nothing to do with men's fight. I stay out of that.
Okay.
All of a sudden, I get a text from Gail. And I want you to pull up the text, pull up the receipt, see, because people don't listen. I had this for 2 years.
Okay.
The text said to the effect that the one where she said that Mr. Real Estate was coming at lead attorney Anton Daniels, Lapeef, Jonathan Banville, a couple of people that whoever, I guess Mr. Real Estate was into it with them at the time. Okay. And they doing videos and stuff, like Mr. Real Estate was doing videos on all of them.
Okay.
And you could pull that up because she texted me that. So if you can find that text, pull it up. Okay. And so next thing I know, there's a text that say, hey, we're gonna, some to the effect about they had made a decision to dox Mr. Real Estate. So Gail at night sends me the text. There it is right there. Communication between me and her. Would you please read that, Bro Clarence, what it says, what her text said to me?
Okay, it says, I sent you the screenshots of his mugshot. Also, if you read the screen, the names of people who are on his chopping block, and he's adding to the list. And I
responded.
I think you responded with AD, which I believe is Anton Daniels, TLA, JB, which is Jonathan Barrington, I believe, or Barringville.
Barringville,
and Lapeef.
Yep.
You were asking her are those
Yes.
the guys that he's going on?
Exactly, because those were the guys that I think he did some videos on. Now
Right.
the next text, please pull that up.
Okay, which is I don't have them order, Patrice, so you got to remind me.
The one where she sends the actual the doxing of said man and tell me not to say anything, that this is what's gonna go down. And the actual mug shot of that man's criminal record. And and then the one where she told me that she wouldn't, what she say, I wouldn't associate with him anymore. I wouldn't.
Oh, okay. Let me see if
something
I got
to that effect. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, one is just them they pulling up. I'm trying to put. Okay, let's see. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Let's see. Let's blow it up a little bit.
Now read that, please.
Okay. Says, I won't. This is you. And Gail says, thank you. And you say, you're welcome. I wouldn't associate, this is Gail, I wouldn't associate myself with Mr. Real Estate if I was you, but it's on you. And this is you asking the question, what happened now? I just got on to watch his video. Okay.
Exactly. So she basically was telling me not to associate with Mr. Real Estate because the doxing was coming. Now, would you please pull up, if you can, without showing that man's record and all of that, the mug shot, the criminal background of the doxing that they did of that man, right?
Well,
so
I'll pull up the small one. I don't want to pull up all that information.
The small one. So when now when this happened, I called Gail and I says, what is going on? She was like, girl, this is what's about to happen. You know, we getting all our receipts together on him and this and this and that and the other, right? And she was like, well, girl, you know, I wouldn't associate because it's coming down the pipe. And I'm like, I don't want to have anything to do with that. That's not what I do. That's not how I rock. That's not how I roll. I don't want to have nothing to do with that. Right? So I said, I'm going to fall back gracefully. The doxing of that man happened. And then that's when he did his video on Gail.
Okay.
Right? So can we pull up some of that footage? He's explaining why he went in on Gail, because several people sent him receipts, got up on his platform and testified or talked about Gail also sending them the same information on Mr. Real Estate, right? Literally asking people, don't mod on his channel, don't rock with him, don't associate with him. It was about 7 or 8 of us. I know now my text, I saved that in my phone all that time. Now I didn't say a word, never told Mr. Real Estate that I had those receipts. I just fell back and I just watched the mess. But the moment that I didn't acquiesce to jumping on the side of them doxing a man, that's when the vitriol started happening for me.
Okay.
Right? So you know what happened with all that Darrell stuff, you know, when we was all counseling and trying to talk to Darrell when all that stuff was going on between him and Anton, him and E-Black, him and whoever, we trying to tell them, you know, women and children are off limits. Like, yeah, 2 men can go at it, but what you doing is wrong. All of that talk you talking about, you know, TJ and Courtney and Lucky and whoever else, women and children, Anton's wife, Anton's daughter, like E Black's wife and daughter. Like, I don't get down with that shit. And I didn't condone it. And I talked to Darrell about that, right? But
we all
because
did,
I'm talking and counseling him in the background, people was upset about the fact that we were, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm noticing, you know, people acting funny, people, you know, throwing little darts in the chats that I come in, you know, in conversations with whoever it was that Gail was talking to. And I that's kid shit. I ignored that shit, right?
Okay.
So I go up on lead attorney because I'm like, I ain't did shit to him. He ain't did nothing to me. I ain't did shit to him. I noticed the shade. He let me up, but I was like, damn, that was kind of funny. So and I'm thinking, well, maybe it's all in my head. Maybe I'm thinking of feeling away or thinking something because he did let me up on the panel, but it was a little shade. So I went back up on there not too long, about a month ago, and he knew I was back in the back. I waved, I cammed up, the whole nine, right?
Mm-hmm.
He left me back in the chat, never acknowledged me, and he closed the show. I said, okay, that's all the receipts I need to let me know you don't rock with me no more for whatever reason. I'm cool with that. I ain't got no problem with it, right? So now I'm noticing all the little shade, all the little thorns and stuff. People got attitudes because we was, you know, counseling Darrell and he doing all this nefariousness and we trying to, you know, so we caught fire for that. Did we not, bro Clarence? Did we not catch fire?
Man.
All right.
So it's a part for it. Yeah.
So this is where Uncle Stu, if you still in here, this is where you come in. Now you did an interview with me, Uncle Stu. We was cool. We did the graphics novel with Frank Gooden and all that. We worked together. You interviewed me, all that, bro Clarence. I mean, you know, that's real talk, Uncle Stu, right? I never did anything to you. And then all of a sudden the communication with Uncle Stu stopped and he started acting funny, right? So now we working on the graphic video with Frank Gooden, the Emmy-winning filmmaker Frank Gooden, who we met in these YouTube streets. And we on the back chat after the show, after one of our acts, we in the back chat having a conversation. And I will say it was me, him, and another person. I'm not gonna name that other person, but they know who they are because they was in that show with me. They did that graphic novel with me.
Okay.
And Frank Gooden said to me, he said, I just got a phone call not too long ago. He said, and I'm very disturbed in my spirit about it. And I said, what is it? He said, I just got a call from two people and they told me not to work with you. They told me that I should fire you from off of this, off of this graphic novel. And I'm like, why? Like what? Like, you know? And I was like, well, can you please tell me who it was and why they did it and what did I do? He said it was Uncle Stu and Gail at night.
Now,
that's why you in it, Uncle Stu.
Well, what exactly did Stu do?
Him and Gail called Frank Gooden and told Frank not to work with me. I guess Gail was mad at me because I wouldn't rock with them doxing the man. And I guess Uncle Stu was mad at me because I was mentoring Darrell. And I guess Darrell had came up and did some crazy stuff on his channel or something. Man. And he got mad about it. And I didn't know anything about it. I've learned about it days later. But I guess Uncle Stu was in his feelings. And because he didn't pick up the phone or email me like we normally have a normal conversation, him and Gail got together and called that Emmy-winning filmmaker and told them not to work with me. Literally, not to continue working with me.
Well, let me ask you this.
So when I tell you things, the snakeness, the sneakiness, the manipulativeness, and then for 2 years, me knowing that Gail and other people were going behind my back doing a lot of snake shit to me for no reason, all because I didn't acquiesce with the cult following of doxing another black man. And I'm counseling a black man behind the scenes, and people mad about that. So they feel away. So they thought that they have a right to call someone that I'm working with and tell him not to let me work with on the project. Mm. And the person that was behind that back chat meeting, that was in that graphic video with me, he knows I'm not lying because he was back there when Frank told me. He knows I'm not lying. He didn't say one word, okay? Except for I ain't in it, I ain't got nothing to do with it, and blah, 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 right? And I'm like, cool. Me and you cool. No problem.
Okay, so why tell it now, Patrice? Why tell it now?
Because I saw the lie that Gail put in Nathan's chat talking to Michi X. Now let's talk about that.
Okay.
When Gail and I were cool, I told her, I said, hey, you know, I'm finna watch Michi X. She about to come on live. I said, I love her. I've been, you know, rocking with her forever, whatever. I don't want to rock with her. I don't like her. She too loud. She cursed too much. I don't feel like nobody preaching at me. She ghetto. Oh, she said all that, right?
Okay.
I said, well, I like her. I said, she cool. You should, you know, you should check her out sometime. You might have a change of mind, right?
Right.
And we left that alone. Now you see a text where Gail and I having a conversation about when I told her I was getting ready to watch Michi X. So obviously she had a change of heart because now she over there eating 10 yards of Michi X shit, her and Nathan both. Right? And that's cool. People can change their mind about people and their perception about people and whatever, and it is what it is. But I'm telling my truth. See, because I had been holding some things for 2 years. And I just got one thing to say to Uncle Stu. What did I ever do to you for you to feel like you have the right to pick up the phone and tell Frank not to work with me? You and Gail. I never done nothing to you all personally, but you all do things behind the scene. And then you want to have this light shedded on you all like you all are angels when you're doing a lot of manipulative, cunning, backstabbing, snake, low vibrational bullshit to people. Because it happened to me.
Patrice.
I showed you the receipts, bro, Clarence. You
right?
read the receipts of text conversations of me having that for 2 years. This was 2 years ago, almost.
Yeah. So
and I never said a word. But people can poke and think you're not supposed to say anything or defend yourself because they got big platforms and they got big connections and they sit behind big content creators and hide behind them and do all kind of bullshit. And then, but then they hide behind big content creators.
Well, let me ask you this, Patrice. If either one of them want to come up and discuss it, are you open to that?
Any one of who?
Gail or Stu want to come up and discuss it, are you open to that? If for example, say Stu comes back and says, hey, you know what? I need to let me tell you why I did that. Let me explain myself. He decide he wants to explain himself. Are you open to that? Same thing with Gail. Are
Absolutely.
you open to that?
Absolutely, because I want to know why they did that to me.
All right.
Why did they do that to me when I done nothing to them except I didn't go along to get along. I didn't go along.
That was a low blow.
I didn't drink the Kool-Aid.
Maybe they'll explain. Maybe Stu will come back and explain. Maybe Gail might explain. Who knows? I'm sure word has gotten back to them now that their name is out here.
She's in the bushes. She's in the bushes listening. That's what they do. And then they plot and plan behind the scenes to destroy and make people look crazy in the front of their influencers, they subscribers, but then they doing all this nefarious shit. Now, I just dropped goddamn receipts on communication and conversation. You looking at the mugshot that woman sent me, doxing that man. That happened.
Yeah.
All because I wouldn't jump on the side of said people that he was doing videos on, talking about Mr. Real Estate. Mr. Real Estate was going in on those people. And all because I didn't say, I'm a rock with y'all while y'all and watch y'all dox this man. Regardless, men are men, men go at men. I step back and let men do what men do. But what you will not do is try to force a cult-like following on me for me to acquiesce to some bullshit you're doing that I have nothing to do with. And now you mad at me because I'm not rocking that way, and then you start doing little shit behind the scenes to me. See, everybody think Gail is such a goddamn angel, and she is one of the biggest snakes there in these YouTube streets that hide behind content creators and do devious stuff for them, like docs, pull up information. I wouldn't put it past her if she didn't pull up that information on me, those pictures on my social media for Nathan.
But this is what I don't understand about the people that dox people. What do you get out of doxing somebody? Like what is the purpose of doxing them? It's just to discredit them? What is it? What is that? Because
black people,
we all got to pass.
Black people that really are insecure and really feel some type of inferiority within themselves love to portray and procure that on someone else to make themselves look better in people's eyes. But see, people need to wake up because this shit is real. This shit happened to me. And it's real. I was lied on.
Well, if it's really
people
true,
literally picked up and made phone calls to tell people not to rock with me, to stop my little bag I was getting paid for doing that gig with Frank Gooden. I had a contract with that man.
Okay, well,
I know I got paid.
Stu says he's here. Allegedly, this is Stu. Stu, if that's you, do you want the link so that you could come up here and you could explain yourself? Do you want to discuss it? I'll give you the link, and the link I'll put out, it'll only be for Stu, or only be for Nathan, or only be for Gail. That's it. We're not taking no one else up here. So if that is,
you can think whatever you want to think, Victor. You can be a K Crusader for Gail all you want, but I just showed the receipts of what she did. So it's the hypocrisy in you. Okay, she can be an angel in your eyes, but she a snake in mine.
Great Pill said doctors do this to smear one another, to discredit. It's a narcissistic tactic to build flying monkeys. Maybe
they
so.
They said it's not Uncle Stu, it's a troll. Make him cam up if it's not the real Uncle Stu.
Oh no, he's not coming. He's not coming up. I don't believe that's Stu. I didn't believe it was him.
Now I have not said anything. I've been quiet. I've took all the little petty ass, bullshit ass little stabs and jabs and blows from these said people, all because I didn't drink the Coke Kool-Aid. I ain't got to drink the goddamn Kool-Aid because you made it. I never was a follower. Never. Not even that happens in the entertainment. You don't bow down to the Illuminati. That's this shit right here. And I'm sick of it.
Well, Vic, I mean,
and they lay in panels and they try to make themselves look good in people's eyes like they so goddamn innocent.
Yeah, you should be loyal to Gail, just like I'm loyal to Patrice. So but one thing I would do is pull Patrice to the side. If Patrice did some shady stuff like that, I would pull her to the side in a heartbeat and say, "Hey, Patrice, that ain't cool right there. You shouldn't do that."
Victor is a hypocrite himself. He ain't gonna never. Like he used to criticize Jen, like the same way the hypocrisy of what some of these men in these spaces are doing now, caping for this pearly woman. But you want to call Jen on the block a racist? Y'all so full of shit. Y'all so full of shit.
Well, so okay, so let's finish up with Stu. Okay, so Stu called Frank and said, get Patrice off Stu and Gail, right? But I'm talking about Stu right now. Stu participated in the phone call to basically take money out of your pocket, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, now
I believe Frank Gooden wholeheartedly. That man has no reason to lie. And like I said, there was a witness in the back chat on that call.
Okay, so this ain't something that you read or somebody else told you. Frank told you this directly, right?
Frank Gooden told me that.
Okay. So why?
That
And
man
Frank
is
don't have no reason to lie.
That man is no longer on YouTube. He had to fall back because of all of the beef and stuff. And then he some stuff happened. He's expressed some stuff that happened to me between him and TLA. And he was just like, I'm done. He was just like, I'm so hurt. I'm done.
Yeah.
See, people don't know. But it's okay. Acquiesce with the manipulators, with the connivers, with the cunning, deceitful people if you want. That's your choice.
Well, Patrice, Stu is here. Stu, would you like to come up and explain why it was that Frank would say that you called him and told him to fire Patrice? If you would like to come up and explain
that he shouldn't work with me. He shouldn't work with me.
If you would like to,
so that's
I'll give you a link, man.
That's basically saying fire me. That's basically saying trying to stop my bag.
Well, maybe he can explain it. He's here. I don't. Well, this is something Patrice wanted to say. But would you like the link, Patrice? Would you like the link, Stu? I'll give you the link.
I never said I was a saint, Victor, but you don't see me out here doing no nefarious things to people. You don't see me out here doxing people. You don't see me out here lying on people. You don't see that, brother. So save it.
Okay, so we're going to put the link out here. This is just for Stu, Nathan, or Gil. Anybody else, if you come up here, we're not going to put you up.
You ain't no angel either. I never said that I was, but I don't have a platform, and these things was done to me. I don't have a YouTube channel. So for you to use that as an excuse for the people that you rock with and you caping with, that speaks volumes to me on your character, brother. I never said I was an angel.
All right. Oh, Patrice, Stu is here. I'm going to bring him up. And then we can get to the bottom of this situation. All right. Stu, what's going on?
Number one, I don't appreciate being called late at night on some BS that y'all got going on out here. That's number one.
Okay,
number
well then,
two,
Uncle Stu,
hold
come up
Fuck
here.
all this yelling. Forget this yelling.
You come up here, you didn't speak.
Forget this yelling.
No. You didn't speak or nothing. You come up here. Number one, I don't appreciate being called late at night. How about coming in, addressing the situation, about how you don't appreciate being called? Didn't nobody up here call you? Nobody up here called you, Uncle Stu.
Number one. First of all, what I understand is that y'all wanted to know why I didn't want to work with OG Patrice. No, I'm not going to work with OG Patrice on anything. I guess y'all want to bring up my dead son again, which I don't feel like dealing with because I finally got the mother.
He's deflecting.
I'm not deflecting.
I ain't said nothing about your son, Uncle Stu. Stop it. I said nothing about your son.
Hold up.
I asked you, why did you call Frank Gooden and tell Frank Gooden not to work with me? Why did you do that to me when I did nothing to you?
Number one, I told Frank Gooden that I didn't want to work with you. I never told Frank Gooden what to do with you. I backed out of that project because if you're going to, defend the man that went after my son, there was no need for us to communicate. And as of right now, I don't think there's still any need to communicate. So I'm not going to bring up all of these issues that was over a year ago on what's going on today. So we're going to end this conversation because once again, I'm not going to be staying. because
did you come
because
up here,
y'all
Uncle
threw
Stu?
my name in some BS. So I'm going to clear up my
No, it's
name
no
real
through
quick.
your name and no BS, Uncle
So
Stu. You in
I'll
it.
see you later.
You're in it.
No.
So you can talk of my name behind the scenes, but can't nobody say your name out front. See, I'm not like y'all. I'm not like y'all. I've been holding this for 2 years.
I ain't never said your
I've
name.
never done
I
nothing
never
to
said your
you,
name.
and I
never said your name.
never
So
defended.
I'm
I
out of
never.
here.
No, let's be
You
clear.
have a
Let's
good
be clear.
night,
I
y'all. I
never
already said what I
defended
had to
Daryl.
say.
I was
Hold on,
talking to
Patrice.
Daryl.
Let's get some
Bye.
clear. Wait. Let's get
I'm
something
done.
clear.
Stu.
Wait,
Y'all have a good night.
Patrice, let's get something clear. We didn't never bring up his son. We
Never.
never brought up his
What is
son.
he talking about?
We never did that. We never
You see
brought
how
up
the
nothing about
deflection?
him.
You see the deflection?
Let me say it, Patrice. We never brought up his son. We never brought up no issue. It's the issue of why he asked that Patrice be let go from the project. That's all we brought up. Now, I don't know what this man is talking about when we talk about his dead son. Nobody never studied. I got videos where I condemned Daryl for talking about his son. I did that. And Patrice did it. We all did it behind the scenes. But I got public videos that I did that with, right? I was on call with Rico and Patrice and another YouTuber where we all went in on about his son.
But bro, Clarence, the thing about it is I found out about that later. I didn't know about it when it first happened. I watched the video and I was like, oh my God. And then that's when we all got together and we stopped. Daryl, what are you doing? Because we were already talking to Daryl behind the scenes. So if he feel like I was taken up for Daryl,
come up here and lie.
You know that's not. You know that wasn't the case.
I
was not the case.
I would have rather have him just not come up here if he was going to come here and lie and say we bringing up his son. We didn't bring up his son.
Nobody
First
brought
of all,
up his
we
son.
call him.
But see,
I didn't invite him.
real.
I invited
the
Nathan.
deflection and the lies is real.
I invited
and then
Nathan.
He got up here and said, I didn't tell Frank to fire you. I told him I didn't want to work with you.
Well, that's all he had to say, right? That's all he had to say. Get off, right?
But I know that's not what Frank told me. But okay, Uncle Stu. But nobody brought up your son, Uncle Stu. Nobody brought up your dead son. I don't do that.
Why would we
so
do
the
something
deflection
like that,
of what the situation was really about is what you should have got up here and said. You got up here and said, oh, I don't appreciate getting called late at night. Well, guess what? Patrice didn't call you. Bro Clarence didn't call you.
Never did. Never did. Never put him in a thumbnail. Never didn't do nothing. Nothing. So
I'm just explaining my side of the story and how deep this shit go, because I have been keeping this shit for 2 years now. This shit has happened. But it's okay for people to get behind the scenes and do snake shit to me. But now that they behind the scenes doing it and hiding behind content creators doing it, but I can't say it out loud. See, because they good at exposing people, but they don't want to be exposed.
Well,
make that shit make sense.
I guess that this probably is going to have the same conclusion that the Nathan situation has. So obviously, I understand him probably wondering what was going on, but to come up here and lie on us and say that we bringing up his dead son, why would we do something as horrific as something like that? Why put that on us? We didn't do nothing like that. All we did was ask you about something that happened a year or so ago, whenever it happened. I don't know.
My question to him was, why did he tell Frank not to work, to let me go on that job? That was my question. He came up here and deflected.
That's what I'm saying. So why? But why put it on us? We didn't say nothing about his son.
Ain't no.
We was the one trying to tell the man
talking about his son. Ain't no miscommunication. I asked him a simple question and he came up here and deflected. Period. Point blank.
Man, you know what?
Now you want to talk about receipts?
I'm starting to
You
lose.
want to talk about receipts, bro, Clarence? You know I've been holding on to a recording of a conversation of where I'm going in on Darrell talking about black women and black children. You know I got it, right?
Right. I heard it.
Because I knew that it will be one day that this shit would happen.
Okay. So that still blew me away, man. That he even, you know, I had a lot more respect for Stu than.
Listen, nobody brought up his son, Arshawn. So why would he come up here and say that, Arshawn? Nobody brought up Uncle Stu's son. I asked him a simple question: is why did he get on the phone and call a man that I was working with on a project not to work with me?
Well, let's ask the chat, Patrice. Did any of you guys hear us ask him about his son that passed away? Did any of you guys hear us ask him about that?
Like, I can't stand the deflection.
We asked him about nothing except why did he do this? And I asked him, I said, do you want to come up? I didn't say you got to come up here. I said, do you want to come up? He had the option of coming up here.
And the reason for me keeping the things I kept and me keeping recordings and texts and stuff is because I see how they dox other people. So I knew that if this situation ever happened, that I would have my own insurance to protect myself.
Yeah,
that shit is real. That shit happened. Y'all believe what y'all want to believe. I don't care. I just dropped receipts.
There's certain people that if you get a phone call from them, you better just assume that either somebody else is on the line or it's being recorded or both in these circles. That's how it goes sometimes. So you may have to protect yourself by recording the conversation yourself. Certain people, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, that situation, right? What if we wasn't?
I understand what you're saying, Arshawn, but guess what? Me and Uncle Stu didn't bring his child up. So please, we did not bring his child up. My heart bleeds for that man that lost his son. We didn't bring his son up. The question was, again, maybe I gotta do sign language. Why did he call that filmmaker and tell that filmmaker to fire me from that job?
All right, I guess we never gonna get that answer. We're never gonna get an answer to that, Patrice, because the man came up here and tried to make it look like we was disrespecting the memory of his son that passed away, and that was
further from the truth.
That was wicked. That was wicked.
Further from the truth.
That was wicked, in my opinion. That was wicked. So
that was a deflection and an excuse for somebody to deflect on answering the question.
Well, that was to get people mad at us.
And then when he answered it, he said, "Oh, I didn't tell him to fire you. I just told him that I didn't want to work with you." Well, God damn it, why didn't you just say that in the beginning? Why did you come up here and deflect and first thing come out your mouth is, I'm being called and woken out of my sleep and about my son? Nobody talked about that. Stop it.
Okay.
It's really whew, God.
Let's put it to bed, because there's nothing else really to say about how he handled that situation. That was very wicked thing to do to incite the people's natural caring about lost loved one who ain't experienced the loss of a loved one, and to ignite that in the other people and have them say, what kind of people are they, Clarence and Patrice, that they would bring up this man's dead son?
And you know we didn't. You know we didn't
do none of that, man.
You know we didn't.
Whenever we did nothing.
But see, this is how they twist things. This is how things get twisted. See.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this is how people get on panels and they twist narratives and make false narratives and they lie and they connive and they manipulate and they cunning and they got malice in their heart. All because I didn't want to follow the code.
Okay. Well, we asked a question. He went in to try to say that we bring up his son that passed away. And unfortunately, I think that man still he's got some real issues that he needs to deal with. So hopefully you get that stuff together, man. But damn, we did not say nothing about his son that passed away. Anyway,
listen, they know we didn't, bro. We don't even like listen to keep having to even justify that is just ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's just ridiculous. My heart goes out to Uncle Stu for the loss of his son. I lost my
course.
brother at a young age.
Of course.
So why would I say like, oh my God, I can't.
But that's okay. But we getting painted. Nathan tried to paint us, and now Stu trying to paint it. I mean, I guess these people don't care what they say, as long as they can paint a narrative and create a narrative. It's just crazy, man. That's crazy. It's that side of YouTube get more wicked as I look at it. They get more wicked, and the more I see it, it's just more wicked. I'm like, man, I'll be telling Rico, hey, Rico, slow down.
I promise you, bro, Clarence, it's like Illuminati. It's like a cult following. I promise you. This is the type of shit that I experienced in the music business. If you don't rock with this, we gonna stop your career. You ain't gonna be able to go on this tour. You ain't gonna be able to have this background gig. You ain't gonna be able to perform on this platform. But they do the shit all behind the scenes. We gonna blackball you. We gonna this and that. It's the same shit. It's just on YouTube.
Well,
and it's sad that Black people do this to other Black people. This is the shit I talk about and fight against in real time in these streets. Do you think I got time to acquiesce to bullshit that goes on YouTube? I don't have a fucking channel. I don't have a channel. This is the only platform I feel safe and secure coming on, saying my piece and speaking truth, my truth. Because if I did it on somebody else's, they'll turn the shit around. They'll put words in my mouth. They'll lie on me. Well, they're going to do that anyway. They're going to create false narratives. We saw that happen with that video. It is a lie. It is a blatant lie. And I just proved that lie.
Man. Well, there's only one other person that could come up if she want to come up, but I doubt she'll come up now. It is Gail. And if she was out there, she could come up and then explain why it happened. But I don't think any of these people going to explain anything. I think
he's going to continue to hide behind the big content creators and acquiesce with them to aspire to do more stuff to me. That's what's going to happen, bro, Clarence. I'm already telling you.
Oh, well, they probably going to.
I'm already telling you.
They probably going to do it to me too. But what can we do? You know what I mean?
And if they come, listen, this is my gripe. This is my fight. I thank you for allowing me to use your platform to do it because I don't have my own. But anybody that I've ever been affiliated with or associated with, it shows the character of people if they come after you or anybody else I've ever been affiliated with. It shows you the character of those people.
Oh, well, we see. I mean, we see they ain't got no limits to what they're willing to do. So I'm probably going to be in the line of fire, just like I was with Daryl, when here I am trying to get him to stop doing stuff to them, and then they put more on top of it. They coming at us for stopping it, and we trying to get him to stop coming at them. It was a crazy situation. So, but here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again.
It's crazy. I've never seen it's a lot of mentally ill people out here. It really is. It's a lot of mentally ill people that are nothing no more than cyber bullies and procurers of bullshit, manipulation, cunning, conniving stuff. I have never in my life seen so many hateful people of their own people. It's a self-reflection of you that you would get on platforms and try to belittle somebody else to make yourself look good. It just shows me that you are a hurt person inside and you have your own insecurities about yourself.
Well, Vic, you need to go back and relook at the tape. He said next we're going to bring up his son. Nobody wasn't bringing up his son. We would never said we were going to do that, and we never did it. So we didn't try to All we asked a grown man. We asked a grown man why he said what he said. That's it. Nobody said nothing about his son who wasn't even heading that direction. And
listen, let the Cape Crusaders keep caping, okay, for the nefariousness, okay. Let them keep caping for the nefariousness because that's just what it is. Everybody know that it was a simple question I asked him. Yeah. All he had to do was answer it.
I mean, he's a grown man, right? He can answer his own questions if you want to answer them. If he didn't want to answer, he should have just never came up here, right? Or said, "Hey, man, I'm not coming up here. I don't want to address any of that, and and I'm just gonna move on."
Right.
That's what I would have did if I knew I had nothing to do with none of that. But whatever. All right, so we talked about Nathan. We showed where he lied, and we showed where he did all this nefarious stuff. Where he made the picture, the character of Patrice, even though he said he would apologize. So like I said, first he said he would apologize, and then now he's doing this other stuff. Who knows what that dude doing? Who knows? He already proved himself to be a liar. So you guys going over there.
For someone to be a former police officer that have got hurt in the line of duty and to do this, it speaks volumes to the character of him. Volumes. Anybody else that do anything nefarious like that, to think that they're hurting someone or try to hurt someone or try to belittle someone, that is nothing but a self-reflection. That's psychology. It is you that you have the problem with. It is you that is inferior for self. It is you that probably was bullied, probably was called names, probably was called the same picture that you put up of me, of that animal that our ancestors used to call and do to us. Somebody must have did that to you. And it's so sad that you will get on a social media, former police officer, and do that. All because you butthurt.
Yeah, it's a really sad situation. It's a sad situation. I wish, I hear you, and we're gonna try. But the thing with Nathan had to be said. I guess Patrice felt like she needed to discuss the other issues. So all of this stuff, I guess it all just came out on the wash. And shout out to everybody who stayed to listen to all of this stuff. We didn't lie on nobody. All we did was Poppy Blanco. We didn't lie on nobody. We just told the truth. And that's pretty much all we did. And I know it's gonna be people caping for who they caping for, right? But I'm gonna tell you something about me, and I'm gonna tell you something about Patrice. Patrice has came to me and said, "Clarence, you didn't handle that right. You need to handle this way. You should have handled this way." Not only Patrice, Rico, but other, and I've done the same. We would come to them and say, "Hey, man, this could be handled another way." That's when you know you got a real friend, because they're gonna tell you when you're wrong. But people, you ain't really got no friends if you surrounded by a bunch of people that's gonna let you be silly or lie or cheat or show that you got bad morals and character. Shout out to brother Daniel Madden. Shout out to you and your family, brother. That's you ain't got no real friends. What you got? You got nothing. You got nothing. I can call a lady and say, "Hey, this is the way I handled this," and Patrice be like, "Man, you did that wrong," or "Okay, Clarence, you did that right," or whatever. The same thing. She can call me the same thing. I'll tell her, "Hey, this is probably a better way to handle this." But we hold each other accountable. Now, all that side of space, they're always talking about holding people accountable.
Thank you.
But they mean other people, not them. Hold me accountable, I'll hold you accountable. I'm gonna hold you accountable. And if there ain't nothing to hold you accountable, I'll make something up to hold you accountable for.
And it's funny that these men come more harder at women than they do another man. That's amazing. That just shows the cowards that you are. That's all it shows. You got more vitriol and more venom for a woman than I ever see y'all holding men.
No, not a woman. Only black women. They don't have that vitriol for no other.
Yeah, women. That's what I'm saying. Black women.
Oh no. And it's only the certain black women, the black women that had the spirit to make a relationship work, a two-sided relationship. Women that step in and only want to make it a one-sided relationship, they don't have no problem with those type of women. And that's unfortunate. But women that come in with the spirit to say, hey, bro, okay, I'm the other half of you. We got to work together to make this thing work. They don't like that. And I don't know why. I don't know why black men are so scared of black women. They scared of them.
It's not more scared, it's more hate. It's hate.
Yeah, but the hate comes from the
hate,
fear.
and it's a self-reflection of self.
But like I said, it comes from the fear.
It's either mama issues or ex issues, wife issues, girlfriend issues, something with black women for black men to have that much hate and vitriol for a black woman. Something is seriously wrong.
I ain't never seen nothing like this before, because I'm used to men being men, and I never seen nothing like this. And I'm specifically now talking about Nathan and some of the stuff he's done. I had a lot more respect for him. I thought I didn't agree with Nathan on much of anything, but at least had respect for him to say, well, that's his opinion. That's what he thinks. Okay, cool. I never thought he would use lies and disrespect when he run out of gas. It just, hey, I'm just gonna lie on you. Shit, I ain't gotta tell the truth about you, so I'll just lie on you. I'm gonna credit you by lying on you, right?
And then after the lie, I'm gonna cyberbully you. I'm gonna try to humiliate you. You know why? Because deep down inside, I hate myself. That's why.
Maybe
and you're a reflection of me.
Maybe it
so
is.
I gotta give you some of my hate. Hurt
Maybe
people, hurt people. Our people need help. Our people need mental help bad.
They do. But it's wicked. That's wicked. Doing something that you know is evil while you know wicked. It's wicked. Right? Man enslave you, and he know that it's wrong. That's wicked. That's wicked. And not only that, you ain't got no chance of getting out to slavery. No chance. Matter of fact, your offspring, any offspring you have, are going to be enslaved. Straight from coming out of the womb, they're somebody's piece of property. That's wicked. But that's like that lie.
And they Christians. They all Christians. They all are Christians, and this is things
I'm not even gonna call them Christians.
Behind the scenes to other people.
Christians.
These are professed Christians.
Yeah, but they giving the good Christians a bad name. I ain't even call them Christians. I'm gonna say that they are so-called Christians.
Thank you.
The Christians are, man, I know some good Christians.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's all, but these type of Christians are the most hypocritical Christians that there are.
So-called Christians.
And they sit up on platforms, talk about God and talk about this and talk about that, and they doing some of the most nefarious things behind the scene ever. But they Christians though.
They doing stuff in front of the scenes.
Exactly.
in front of the scenes,
because they butt hurt and some receipts was dropped on them.
How can you call yourself? Okay, then let's do it. You're a Christian. What about the Good Samaritan? You see the man down on the road, you're supposed to do likewise and help him up. He been hit on the head. He don't know what he's doing. If you think we don't know what we're doing, you're supposed to help us up. But you come here and you kick us. You kick
Yoni,
us.
whoever Yoni Cheese is, sweetie, I have dropped receipts here today.
That's chaotic.
So for you to say
that's chaotic. That's chaotic.
That's chaotic. Oh God, Lord, I really don't owe him no explanation.
Yeah, that's
not at all.
Okay. No,
not at all. You was one of the ones that disrespected me, sir. Why are you even here? Why are you here? You are very disrespectful.
They cause confusion. And they don't know how to respect nobody that's black. No black woman. They know how to respect a white woman.
Oh, they caping for her.
You taking
They
it out of
caping for her,
context.
but
You
see the
taking that out of
vitriol.
context.
You see the vitriol I'm getting, but they over there caping for her. She ain't a
You
racist.
taking it out of
Oh,
context.
I
You
like
taking it
the
out of
fact
context.
that she's a plain Jane. I like the fact that she's trying to get these black women in order.
But she you know, you taking it out of context. See, you know what? Oh, it's okay. We got a racist. She got a admitted, self-admitted racist on the platform. It's okay. That's just him. That's just him. You know, he wants to bring racists on the platform. It's okay. We still support her. Yay. Right?
Y'all, I understand y'all saying let's get along, let's have the conversation, let's talk. But guess what? People want to do what they want to do on their platforms, and then they want to shut you up. So you can't talk. So you can't tell your truth. And then when you tell your truth, oh, I'm going to do more damage now because you can't do what I do.
Look,
oh, you can only do what I say do.
I'm going to tell y'all straight out. I love this girl. I love this girl. You're right. And if something go down and I was with her, we'd be back to back swinging. I love this girl. But let me tell you something. I love her enough that if she was wrong, I would tell her she was wrong. I would say, you wrong, Patrice. You're wrong on this one. Don't do that. And she would do the same and has done the same for me. Right? Has chewed my ear off a couple of times. Right? Said, Clarence, you could do this better. Right? That's how you know you got real friends. But see, when you got people that's going to sit there and let you make a fool out of yourself or let you do evil and sit back and say, well, hey, you know, I don't want to hurt her feelings. So I ain't going to tell them that they're doing wrong. Shit, Patrice will get mad at me. I'll get mad at her. We get mad. I get mad at Rico, whatever. But the thing is, we tell each other the truth. We don't hold it. We don't hold back nothing. If we feel like something, we at least put it out there.
Yep.
Now, we ain't perfect. We ain't trying to say we perfect, but I think that you should have people that should at least be able to tell you, hey.
They always talk about this holding each other accountable bullshit. It's all bullshit when it's on them holding each other accountable. It's all bullshit. Because I see men do some of the nefarious things to women and men don't hold them accountable. Or women don't hold them accountable. So this accountable bullshit that they talk about on these platforms, that's exactly what it is, bullshit.
Hey, Vic, her name was thrown in the mud. She didn't say nothing about Nathan. Nathan did a whole, how long was that stream? 4 or 5 hours? He did a whole stream.
I don't know, but I wasn't the only one. I wasn't the only one. He came at 6, and then the video bite he put in there on me about what 6 said. He's literally trying to cause confusion between 2 black women now by putting that. He clipped that part with her saying about how she don't get down with squirrelers and they need to stay, and that's her opinion, and she's entitled to that. I'm not finna come at her for what? Because these people want to see chaos. They want to see drama and toxicity.
Look, I'm all for us all getting along, but we got to tell the truth. We have to tell the truth, Vic.
These people don't know what the truth is.
Well, at least look, put like this. Put like this. As wrong as I have been in my life, I realize how valuable the truth is now at this age. So I don't want to be around people that's going to lie. If we're going to lie, then let's separate, right? Let's have, what do they call that day when everybody goes up to heaven, the rapture? Let's have our rapture now. This must be the rapture. This is the rapture where there's separation. It's going to be a separation from the people that want to tell the truth and have a good situation from the people that don't want that. Or they want a doctor setup where they think that everything is okay because nobody says nothing to them. Nobody says to them, hey, maybe this could be handled this way. I don't have no problem with none of these people. I really don't. I don't go to Nathan's page. I don't know nothing about, I know about some of the stuff about Nathan, but really, He's entitled to an opinion. I just think the fact that he disrespected Patrice for no reason. That I can't take. The situation with Stu and Gail, I wasn't there. I don't know. That's why I said, hey, look, are you open to that, at least letting them talk about it? I think that was a pretty bad thing to do. But
it absolutely was a fair thing to do. But you know what? Like I said, she hides behind big content creators and do her dirt. I just literally dropped receipts of texts from almost 2 years ago between me and her, she literally was a part of doxing the man. Okay.
Well, let me.
So I don't know what more people need. But see, but it's okay because she can do no wrong in people's eyes. See, but that's okay. But she can throw blows and jabs at me and thinking I'm not going to defend myself.
Let me ask you this, Vic. Vic, you think, and you can write it in the chat. Are you down with doxing people? Yeah, I'm not. I don't think that's. I think that's over the line. I think that's stepping over, right? I think if you dox somebody, that says something about you. We all got a past. We all got stuff that we've done in the past that we're ashamed of. We don't want it coming out to the light and don't need to come out to the light, especially on YouTube.
Brother Clarence. Brother Clarence.
Yes.
I have my ex on the phone, right? The one that Nathan put up these pictures of us, right?
Right.
Okay. Let me know if you can hear. Can you hear me, Michael?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear him? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Michael, you and I dated, right?
Yes, we did for 3 years.
Okay. Are we dating now?
No, we are not.
Are we married now?
Never been married to you.
Okay. Never been married to me, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Now, you saw the video. I sent it to you. You saw the video that the young man did, and we had a conversation about that, did we not?
Yes, we did.
Okay. Now, to be clear, you know that video was not the truth. Based off of what I said, the proof, the receipts I dropped, and what you're now saying, correct?
That's correct. Yes.
Okay. Now I am being cyber bullied on this platform. So when I hang up, you and I are going to have a conversation.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Bye-bye. All right.
Okay. Negro said, quick question, but wasn't Mr. Real Estate known for doxing people? I don't know if he doxed them. I don't know if he went up pull up their criminal records and all like that. I mean, no, they went his criminal records.
No, Mr. Real Estate didn't dox them. He was doing some nefarious videos about them. Yes, but
I think what he did. I think what he did was he just took them.
Listen, they pulled up that man's criminal record. They pulled up his pictures of his baby mama, his
lease agreements and everything.
Lease agreement, his license. Like he didn't do none of that stuff. So should y'all please stop it with the cap. Stop it.
I think all he did was
not go that far. What he did, I'm not saying what he did was right, but he did nowhere near what was done to him.
Yeah, he just went through their videos. He just was going through their videos. He wasn't going to trying to get public information on none of these people. So
I literally have that man's criminal background in my phone that was sent to me as a part of the doxing process.
Yeah. I mean, if you cool with doxing, put a 1 in the chat. If you think that doxing people is cool, put a 1 in the chat. I think most of us we understand that everybody has a past. Most of us have a past. So why would we want to dox people and have, all their past information? Who cares? It ain't where you're from, it's where you at. This is what count right now, and what you're trying to do right now. Yeah, they went through all of that, Don. They went through him living in a van or whatever. Who knows, right? But I'm just saying they deep. Love you too, brother. Yeah, it
And
went
my
deep.
thing
It
is,
went deep.
that had nothing to do with me, but I got inserted into it. And when I just said, no, I want no parts of it. And when I continued to support his page and his channel, because I was a moderator on his channel, it was a problem. It was a problem. It was a problem with people wanting me to acquiesce with that bullshit.
Okay, so what can we do to come to a resolution, Patrice? Because I don't think that I don't think on these other people's ends, I don't think they're gonna come to a resolution. So what can we do on our end so that we can just walk away from the situation and say, okay, that's how they're gonna handle it. Okay, you said peace. Else, what do you need to see, or what do you want moving forward from this situation?
Obviously, from what is still going on, from what I'm seeing, like literally while we had this conversation, that picture was sent to me, right?
Right.
That Nathan posted. So if I
Right.
continuously see this type of cyberbullying, I will be taking legal actions.
Okay.
I said what I had to say. I'm done. I'm done. Like, I'm not finna sit up here and do no back and forth with people because they want to be some goddamn cyber bullies.
Okay. Okay.
I'm done.
Okay,
Bruh,
so
Clarence, thank you for letting me get the truth out there. Thank you for letting me express myself, things that I've been holding in for 2 years. And then this most recent stuff, which was a blatant lie. I asked Nathan to apologize. I asked Nathan to take it down. But because I did this video, that's what he did. He came for me. And I told him that lies are defamation. Cyberbullying is a crime. And if it continues, I will pursue legal actions with anybody. Okay. I'm not playing.
Okay.
I'll go the legal route. See, because I don't have to demean people to puff myself, low self-esteem people that do that.
Okay.
Yo, go check yourself as a black man and as a black woman. But very to sit and cyberbully somebody.
Well, any last words, Patrice? Because let's try and wrap this up, because I think we done said everything that needs to be said. Everybody who came up has come up. So if you got anything else to add to the situation, let's get it in.
You know, Victor, you seem to talk this both sides shit. What is the both sides? Now I just literally dropped receipts. I was literally lied on, and now you're gonna say it's wrong on both sides. What's the other side that's wrong? See, because I saw you in the chat being a cake crusader. You even came at me in 6 chat, thinking you was exposing something in 6 chat, auntie. But Nathan said you date interracially. I watch all Sly slick ass remarks, and I answered you back. I said, I ain't never hid that I dated interracially, never. But I never claimed to be pro-black. And I'm not married to a white man right now, and I never was. And y'all saw the wedding picture of my black husband that I married when I was married. So what is wrong on both sides?
And the man you were talking to.
You are a person that straddled the fence. Stop it. You are a hypocrite, bro. You a hypocrite. Because it ain't no both sides. I didn't do nothing to Nathan. I didn't do nothing to Gail or Uncle Stu to deserve what was done to me.
Okay, so the man you were talking to on the phone, that was the man that Nathan was referring to, right? Patrice?
Huh?
That the man you were on the phone with just now, that was the white man that Nathan was referring to, saying that you was married to this man, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that was
him.
Which
was a lie.
Exactly, which was a lie. And I sent him the video, and I had a discussion with him, and I told him what was going on. He's an attorney. Okay? When you saw that picture that he posted up where it said Esquire, And he'd say, bragging about how I called him my king. Bro, Clarence, I sent you a picture of me going to support black men at a black men rally. And I addressed all of them as kings and queens, because that's what I always have done, is address people as kings and queens. But at the time, yeah, I was dating him. So yeah, he absolutely was.
Okay.
But I didn't have black kings in my life. My husband was the number one uno black king. I married that black king.
Okay.
But because I've interracially dated, you trying to make me feel guilty because I fight for my people?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You hypocritical.
Yeah, that's crazy.
While you sit up on platforms pretending to be this Christian man, and you literally are spitting lies and vitriol on a black woman, but you caping real hard for crusty, dusty, rusty, pearly white. Make it make sense.
I told you, Patrice, you don't know if she's crusty.
She crusty.
Allegedly, y'all. She's allegedly.
I have
crusty.
asked for an apology. I have asked for him to say that he know that it was a lie, because he admitted to that. And I've asked him for an apology. And I've asked him to stop with the video and the lies. And now I was sent this video, this picture that he allegedly putting on platforms. If this does not stop, I will take legal actions. That guy, that white guy that I used to date, who is an attorney, I will consult with him about legal action if this continues.
Ow.
I have done nothing to these people but speak my truth and my say, and they got a problem with it. It's a problem now. This ain't even about crusty rusty no more. This is personal with people. People have literally made this personal.
All right, well, where do we go now, Patrice? What are we going to do now? I mean, what happens when you run into them in the street? Are you going to acknowledge them, just go past them, or what happens now?
Listen, I'm too old to be out here trying to fight somebody. Like, what we doing? What we doing? I'll fight in court. I'll do it the legal way, the right way, because that's just how I do things. That's how I move. I'm not finna be, listen, I'm old enough to be Nate's mother. My son is older than Nate.
Okay.
I got my son and my brother watching this right now, so they see what's going on. See, they think that women are unprotected in these spaces and they can do and say whatever they want, and they don't think that it's possible that they got somebody that loves them that's gonna make sure that they good and protect them. But see, I'm a girl from the south side of Chicago. I done had worse shit happen to me. Worse shit, trust me. So the cyberbullying is nothing but a reflection of who you are deep down inside. And that just tells me you are a hurt individual and you need to get some help. Get some help. Because there's something going on deep inside with you, with you hating yourself and you hating a reflection of a woman of your skin complexion and that you are spitting vitriol too. That speaks volumes for me. Well, Victor, you stay on with your wrong side, okay? You have that right to do that, brother. But don't be sitting up talking about it's wrong on both sides. Ain't no wrong on no both sides. It's a right and it's a wrong.
You know what that reminds me of? That's like somebody getting hit. They get hit by somebody, and then because they're hitting back to defend themselves, they say both of y'all wrong. How's both of us wrong? I'm just defending myself.
Victor is in the chat, literally instigating. Nate, if you in the bushes, you have the power. What kind of shit is that? What power? He don't have no power over me. He don't have no power over me.
Patrice,
Victor.
Patrice, I tell you like I tell Rico.
I'm not living off of nobody's love or dying off of nobody hate on these YouTube streets, sweetie.
But Patrice,
you got me fucked up. You got it twisted all the way.
Patrice, woosah. Don't forget the chat. Forget the chat. It's just
too hard to see what clearly. Marshawn. You know, like really, for real. I want you to tell me to see what clearly. That everybody else can dox you, lie on you, do videos on you, literally call people and tell them not to work with you, but we not seeing clearly. Please, what am I missing?
Yeah, what am I missing?
What am I missing?
It's a pretty one-sided situation over here, but I don't see what are we missing. So, based on you, we supposed to let Nathan go out and make videos, attack Patrice, lying on Patrice, and Patrice is not to do nothing, right? Then we'll be handling it the right way by letting those lies go out there. I don't get that. That don't make no sense to me. But I think it was. I remember. Well, let me not say that. Let me say it like this. I think if any one of you guys somebody was spreading lies or saying something humongously disrespectful to you, I think you would at least want them to have that cleared up. I would think so. And so I don't see how this is a one-sided situation. That's like somebody being very disrespectful. Imagine this, Vic. Somebody says something to you super disrespectful. You say something back to them, and they say, and somebody says, "Hey, this both of y'all being this. It's both of y'all the reason why this is happening." Well, one person ignited the situation, the other person is just returning fire for protection. I know you recently had a situation like that, Vic, so I understand.
Be clear on what you're saying, Victor, because you in here caping hard, bro. Real talk.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man, if somebody strikes you first, how do you say that all of us are at fault when the person that struck you first, the other person that's at fault? Now I have to swing back just to defend myself. So anyway,
like I said,
it's
the hypocrisy for me.
Chat alone.
It's the hypocrisy for me. They can do whatever they want to do to you, but you have no right to defend yourself. It
sounded like that's where you were coming from, Vic. So maybe Vic's not coming in, but it sounds very much like that's where you're coming from. That's why we took it that way, man. So it sounds like if you're referring to something else, okay, but it very much sounds like that's where you was coming from. All right, Patrice, where do we go? Let's wrap this thing up because I don't want to end it on a bad note. I want to try and smooth this thing out. And I know that you have your feeling about the situation right now. So I'm saying I want you to tell me your last word, anything else you got to say about the situation, or anything you want to see happen from here on out or whatever. And then let's just be done with it.
I'm done. Like I said, my piece. I told my truth, which was the truth. I never ever lied on Nathan. I dropped receipts and never lied on anybody I spoke on today. Okay, so my thing is, if the cyberbullying continues, I will be pursuing legal actions. I'm done with it because I'm not finna go back and forth with nobody. Oh, you do this video, I'm gonna do this video. You do this video, I'm gonna do this video. You post this picture, I'm gonna post this picture. Like, nah, not doing that. Not doing it.
Okay.
Sorry. Not gonna happen. I'm too grown for that. I'm too old for that. Like literally, like I'm not finna sit here but I have a right to defend myself. I have a right, and people can have their opinions and views, and it don't have to agree with mine. That's cool, but don't be sitting in here with no double standard with your on no hypocrisy bullshit because you caping with somebody again because y'all are part of the code and you drink the Kool-Aid.
That's one person. That's one person.
No, I saw a few, which is the same people that I saw over there in his chat doing the same kind of case.
Okay.
And they are instigators, and they got the Cape Crusade on, and it's all good.
There's nothing you're gonna be able to do to change them. You know what I mean? The hardcores, the huggers, there's nothing you're gonna be able to do for them. So just ignore it. Let's keep going. We are trying to build something here where people and Black women feel safe being here. We can talk to them. You guys can come in here and talk about issues. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not so good. We try to find solutions, and if we can, we can. We can't. This is one of them issues where I guess there ain't a solution. We just got to keep moving on. But we can't be going back and forth with these, because everybody gonna have their own opinion, Patrice. And some of these people love these people so much, they're going to ignore the reality, the truth that's sitting right there in their face. They're going to ignore it because they love this person so much.
Like I said,
So
it's literally a cult. It's literally a cult in these YouTube streets.
What can
I
you do?
swear to God.
And then some of them
are in a cult. They're in a cult.
Some of them are trying to do business. Some of them are trying to do business. And so it's not.
I ain't stopping none of them from doing business, bro. Class, am I stopping somebody from doing business?
No, but I'm saying they want to show, they want to have a written record of them caping, so they can go to the person they doing business with and say, "Hey, I said this in the chat to her." Right?
Like all the ones that's
it's a written record of me saying this.
Like all the ones that's caping for Rusty, Crusty, Pearly Whites, that hoping and praying that she'll let them lick her boots. Are you talking about those folks? Okay.
You don't know if she crusty, allegedly crusty, Patrice. Allegedly crusty. Okay, Patrice, I want you to go home. I want you to go.
I'm at home, bro.
Okay,
I'm getting ready to take me a shower, have me a nice glass of wine, and I'm gonna give me some rest. And I'm gonna get up and do what I do every day.
Yeah, just leave it alone,
and just realize that my point of making this clear is: do not be fooled by people just because they have large numbers behind them. I don't care if it's subscribers, money. I don't care. But it's really amazing of the influence that I see that people are under on social media. So imagine what it is in real life. Imagine. And people have the influence that they have over people, and they rather do it for bad than do for good.
Well, some of them, yeah.
Yeah, some of them, not all. Please know that this is not all. Like I wasn't talking about all Christians. You understand? But I watched that video, and I watched all the super chats, the certain people that was doing this. Listen, so I already know it's a cult following. I watched all the comments. I said, okay, people that, OG, we love you, we rock with you, but they all over there in that chat with the vitriol. It's amazing to me. The fakeness, the bullshit, the lies.
Okay. So Patrice, you're gonna have to just.
No, I'm good with it. I'm
stay
good
home for a while.
But I just want to make that clear, is because it's so crystal clear to me that I had to speak it out loud. Because when it happens to you, I'm telling myself, is this really happening? Like, are people really in their feelings like this? They butthurt because you disagree with them?
Yeah.
They butthurt because you said something about a comment or something of a video that they post. Like, are we really butthurt like that? It's like, oh, so now I got to make you feel bad because you trying to front me in front of people. Is this what we doing?
This is what we doing.
Are we in grade school?
We not, but we acting like it.
You call me a name in front of people, so now I'm gonna do this to you. Like, what is this what we doing? Apparently so.
Go take a shower.
Again, thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody in the chat, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it because it's the truth. And good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, of your opinion and your views, it is what it is. It is what it is.
All right.
Thank
All
you,
right,
bro.
brother.
I appreciate it. Thank you, chat. I appreciate y'all coming and saying whatever it is y'all saying, you know, either way. But bro, I thank you. I thank Rico. I know that this took a lot for you to even allow this on your platform. I know this took a lot for you to I know how it is when you stand up for a Black woman in these YouTube streets, right? I know the vitriol.
More arrows coming.
I know the vitriol that's coming you and bro Rico's way for standing up. I appreciate the men that were in the chat that were saying, and women that were saying positive things that stands on truth, that heard the truth. I appreciate you all appreciating the truth. I said nothing disrespectful up here about nobody. I told the truth, period. And I know truth hurts. Ouch. Ouch. I know it hurt. Been there, done that. I'm not a perfect person, but I don't intentionally, with malice in my heart, do anything to hurt people. I help people. But what is being done to me now is intentional and it's personal. Thank you, bro, Clarence. I love you. I love brother Rico, brother Vaughn. Thank you. I saw your words of encouragement. Thank you for all the men and women that Don Harden. I saw your comment. All the women that went over there and spoke on my behalf and said good things because they know me in these YouTube streets for almost 3 years. They know my heart. They know how I get down, and they know that was lies. So I appreciate for the people that did speak up. And I want to say to Sister Six the Goddess and to Sister Danica Marie from Dope Discussions. I know y'all sisters been getting a lot of vitriol from your Black men, but please know we all have a past. We all have done things that we're not proud of, that we wish we could take back, that we're ashamed of, or whatever. And I'm not shaming nobody, because who am I to shame somebody? But I don't believe in men doing what they doing to women like that. All because of a disagreement or a fallout or whatever. You literally get personal with people. It's my understanding that Six has a child that one day may look on these YouTube streets and may see her mother being displayed in such a way. I'm not sure about Danica Marie, but I know both of those young ladies been getting a lot of backlash, and it's been majority from Black men, all because they are caping for Caucasian persuasion. And these are Black women that love Black men. Imagine that. Imagine that. So just know, Six, I love you, sis. No hard feelings. The way you feel about interracial dating, that's your right to feel that way. But please don't let what Nathan did stop anything cause any vitriol between you and I. You entitled to your opinion, sis. I still support you. I still am subscribed to you, as I am to Danica Marie. Please know that you got some Black men in these spaces that are on your side, and you definitely got Black women like myself on your side. I know a lot. Yanni, salute to you, beautiful queen. I know you took some backlash. Queen Sheba, darling, she's currently being doxxed right now by a Black man or a man of color. I know, I see it. And it's all from men towards women. It's all men doing this to women.
All right.
So just know that in the end, the truth always stands on whatever.
The truth stands on solid ground. The lies crumble. And lies were told on me. And I have a right to vindicate myself. And I digress.
All right, girl, I'm gonna pull you down. I guess we talk tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah, but I gotta say something to you in the back chat, please, privately.
Oh.
Don't take all day closing out, sir.
I am. You know I am, man.
I love you. I love you, bro Rico. I love you, bro Clarence. I love you,
Love you too,
Vaughn.
sis.
I love you, Annie. I love you, Jill. I love you, Risa. Everybody that rock steady on this channel. I love y'all.
Yeah.
Everybody that said a good word to me in this chat tonight. Thank you so much.
We love you too.
It's good to know that there's genuine good people still in the world.
Yeah.
Thank bro. All right.
Yeah. We feel the same about you, sis. All right, I'm gonna put you down. Shout out to Moments with Mickey Red. Yeah, it's crazy. Been crazy here. Been crazy over here. So what do you think, y'all? What do you think? Was Patrice wrong? She got lied on. She got not only did she get lied on a couple times, but she got mischaracterized. And then on top of that, now they spreading pictures about her with apes on them. If any other race had done something like that, she'd go to the FBI, right? I'm just saying. And here we got a black man, a so-called black man that would do that to a black woman. I saw the picture. A so-called black man, an immigrant from Jamaica. And I only brought that up to say I don't think he understands fully the impact of the experience that we've had here in America. I know a lot of good Jamaican people. I know a lot of good people from the islands. I got relatives from the islands. So I know a lot of good people from the islands. So I don't want to just put that on people from the islands. But you got one dude that's not representing y'all well. Maybe some of y'all could pull him to the side and say, hey, bro, what you did to that woman, that was off the line. We not with it. But in the community, I guess that where he's from, that's okay. And then they can run around saying, I'm with the black community. I'm trying to help black people. But you're doing stuff like you're disrespecting one of our elders, one of our sisters who stick her own neck out, where many of us as men would be too scared to stick our own neck out. She go around sticking her own neck out for our people. So what? She dated a white man. So what? Frederick Douglass had a white wife. So what? You didn't stop Frederick Douglass for trying to get them chains off ankles, right? But now you got chains you can't see. So now you think you can start doing something or saying something to somebody, separating yourself from somebody, right? You want to call this person and say this, I'm better than you, I'm better than you, I'm better. Why? I got more money. Oh, okay. I'm better. I'm better than you. Oh, I'm better because I have this career. I'm better because I came from this part of the planet. No. But we picked that up. Okay, Reese, I hear you. I appreciate you. So I try to listen to everybody, right? But I feel bad that we had to do this because I generally didn't have no problem with Nathan before all this came up. I didn't have no problem when you saw me. I apologize to Stu, right? I didn't have no problem with Stu. Stu struck me down. No reason, nothing. He just struck me down, right? I didn't ask for him for no apology for that. I had good intentions when I had his video up, but I got struck down, right? I didn't ask for him for no apology from him or security boss, none of them. I took that L, right? I ate it. Because you know why? Because Black Man Unfiltered came over here and said, man, hey, man, you know, you may not have saw it that way, but this is how they saw it. So I said, okay, if they saw it that way, because that wasn't my intention, okay, then I had to eat that L. But it's funny, other people don't want to eat L's, man. Nobody want to take no L's. I got a community. I got an image. I got a brand that I'm trying to put out here. So their vanity won't let them accept that, hey, I said I did something wrong. Okay. I got you, Patrice. I did something wrong. I need to repent. I thought that was a Christian principle, repenting. I guess it's only for some Christians, right? Only some of the Christians got to repent. I don't have to repent. I'm a Christian, but I don't have to repent. I pick and choose when I repent, right? That's why sometimes we have to use the words hypocrites, man, because a hypocrite is somebody who says something, but they don't really mean it. That's not how they really live, right? I believe in this doctrine of Jesus Christ. Jesus told us if we see somebody laying in the street and needs help, we should help them do likewise like the Good Samaritan. That's what we should do. But these so-called Christians, I'm a Christian. I'm a church man. But I see somebody laying in the street that need help. He been hit over the head. He don't know what he doing. He walking around, blah, 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 blah. He don't know what he doing. He's saying all manner of stupid stuff. You walk on the other side of the street. Then those of us that try to help him, you fling arrows at us. We ain't never did no. Me, Patrice, Rico, we ain't never did nothing to nobody. Only thing we did was try to help. Only thing we did was try to stop the foolishness. That's the only thing we did is try to stop the foolishness. We saw people's family getting drugged and stuff. We went and tried to make sure their families wouldn't get drugged in no more. But because the people couldn't get to the man that was actually doing it, they started shooting arrows at us. And that is an American trait. That is an American philosophy. The picnic. Let's pick a nigga. Somebody stole one of my chickens. Well, hey, we don't care if we get the right nigga. Let's pick a nigga. And let's celebrate catching this nigga. So now you got your picnic. Shout out to Dr. Khalid Muhammad for bringing that up, telling us about that one. Let's just pick any nigga. You see those old movies like Sounder, white people come and something happens in the white community, white side of town, and the word gets out there looking for a black dude. You see all them black dudes jumping in the freezers, jumping in the sheds, jumping, hiding everywhere, right? They know what picnics are. Now we doing a picnic to our own self. Let's pick somebody. Who we gonna pick? Well, we can't pick this white girl because no, she got 1 million subscribers. Oh no, we can't pick her. But there's a sister over here. All she do is fight for black people. All she do is read books to little black children. All she do is try to make a better society for our people. Right? She ain't in good with none of the big boys. Let's get her. Let's get her. We love pasty so much. We got to protect Pasty. We got to protect Pasty. Sick. Black people are sick. You are sick. This is sick, man. Our people need to embrace each other. But here we are lying and backbiting on each other. I don't want to be doing this. I don't. I really didn't want to do this, but I knew that my sister, she got hit. And she deserved to at least tell her side of the story and tell the truth. We can't. Listen, bro, I know I'm going to take some arrows for this. Fucking what? We can't be scared to protect our sisters. Brothers. We can't be scared to protect our sisters from this madness, from these crazy Negroes that's out here, man, that's willing to try to attack one of them because they don't see him walking with a man. So they just jump on him. Oh. Okay, so I ain't in the middle of all this. I don't, really, but now I guess now I am. Because I'm not gonna let them do nothing to my sister. We'll sit down and talk about it, but you're not gonna just hurl insults at her. You're not gonna just defame her. You're not gonna mischaracterize her. And I wouldn't let them do it to none of my people. Annie, Risa, Jill, none of y'all. None of y'all. I'd be on them just as tough if I seen them put something else about one of you guys. I didn't want to do this, and I know Patrice didn't want to do it, but I guess she felt like she was up against the wall. How much farther? She's been letting Nathan disrespect her for a long time and just taking it on the chin. Now, I mean, I guess she said like, "Hey, shit! Now I gotta say something." Now it's getting to the point where they go into my Facebook page and pulling out pictures off my Facebook page. Sick. Here you got a nigga like Charleston White saying he gonna ARP little girls. These Negroes is rallying around Pasty. Seem like me, Albert Preach, and MTR, we the only ones trying to get this dude to not be talking to kids no more. He said ARPing is good. This talking about Charleston White. Anton Daniels' buddy. He said ARPing is good. See, you right, Vic, you gotta watch who you standing by. You gotta really watch who you shaking hands with. This man said all Asians should be killed immediately. He said they're going straight to hell because God don't love them. Go look at Albert Preacher's videos. Did he say it? Of course he said it. He said he know how to ARP somebody and make them like it. Then you know what he told me? That nobody cares. He said, y'all calling me an ARPist. He admitted that he was an ARPist. He admitted he ARPed women. And he said, guess what? Y'all keep calling me that. Nobody cares. And you know what? That little Negro was right. Y'all care more about this white lady over here than us coming together. Yeah, so we got problems. Let's work them out. If we can. But it's got to be respect. Respect has to be in the middle. We can't go around. It can't be the relationship that Nathan wants. I get to disrespect you, and when you defend yourself, now you're the bad person. I'm the victim. Wait a minute, how are you the victim? How are you the victim? You hit me first. How are you the victim? And then you got other grown men. You got other grown men back in that kind of thinking process. And you wonder why your kids don't listen to you. You wonder why your wife don't listen to you. You wonder why your coworkers don't listen to you. You wonder why you don't got no wife. You wonder why you ain't got no husband. This dude is a menace to society. And you worrying about Pasty Pearly? You worrying about OG Patrice? What has OG Patrice done that she deserved that kind of treatment? Besides, tell the truth. So she don't do with you. So what? So what? That means she deserved you to make caricatures about her? Here you got a nigga out here talking about he gonna ARP a 6 and 7-year-old prepubescent girl. And you niggas is running around here building a fence around Pasty Pearly and Anton and Nathan. Nathan is not a good dude. He's not. And he's showing you he's not. Some of y'all gonna wait until you in the hellfire until you figure, uh-oh. Nathan is not a good dude. Not. And I'm starting to think Stu is not a good dude. Maybe he did me a favor walking out of here. I don't know, Gail. That's between Patrice and Gail. But I surely don't have nothing. I'm not with the doxing of no one. We all out here trying to live our lives and do better. And to bring somebody's past up because they're a different person today, you might as well throw Peter out of the Bible and throw Paul out of the Bible. If we're bringing up the past. I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. Christian. God would like that. God would like that. I know God because I'm a pastor. I know God. I've been studying the Bible for a long time. The Bible says. Well, God damn it, practice it. When the hell you gonna practice what you've been reading? Call yourself a Christian? You ain't no Christian. You a so-called Christian. You a so-called Christian. Ain't no Christian gonna go out here and know that word and know what they're supposed to be doing and then not do it. So don't say you a doer. Right? What did Paul tell you? Be ye what? Doers of the word and not hearers of the word. Some of y'all are hearers of the word. You put on a nice suit and you go to church and you shake hands and you drive up in your Benz that you can't afford and you got all these clothes on that cost you an arm and a leg and you got $10 in your pocket till Monday till you get paid again. But you in church. You crazy. You crazy. I'm not trying to judge nobody. All I'm saying is don't judge no one else. None of us should be judging, none of us. I don't care what they did in the past. If they repented, then they're done with it. According to that book you say you read. But some of y'all don't read that book. You read that book just to be able to have enough words work in your head to be able to spit it back out to somebody, make them think that you know what you're talking about, or better yet, not even make you think you know what you're talking about, make them think you actually doing it, and you not doing it. You out here judging everybody. Christian, Mr. Christian, you judging everybody. And you're not with you. That ain't your job. We got a God that can judge. Trust me, he's good at it. He's been doing it a long time. He don't need no assistance. He don't need no assistance. But here we got niggas out here on the street. Some of them just got here yesterday and already judging people that been here for 400 years. Some of these Negroes just got here yesterday. Oh, black people are lazy. Black people are lazy. Black people are lazy. If we take the top 1% here and send them to Nigeria or Jamaica, of course, they're going to do better than the average person over there. Your 1% of top 1% of Nigerians are coming over here. Of course, they're going to do better. Just like if we send our top 1% to Nigeria. Hell, I don't even think we need to send our top 1% to them over there. They'll do better. Our top 10% will do better over there. Same thing in Jamaica. So what's really going on? Family, we got to have open minds, open heart. I had an open mind when I came here. I had an open mind. I had an open mind. I wanted to see what Nathan would do, right? I know a little bit about Stu, but I didn't know what Stu would do. But I was hoping he'd come and explain himself. I would have had respect for him still. Gail, like I said, I don't have nothing to do with the sisterhood. That's between her and Patrice. But I am not with the doxing. I am not with the doxing at all. I ain't had no interactions with Gail. But I expected more from Nathan. I expected more from Stu. But I guess both did me a favor, not even having to entertain going on their panels or seeing them probably over here ever again. That's what I say, black man. That's what I say. But people judging my sister. They judging the sisterhood. And they saying because you made this mistake or that mistake, you're just an evil person. You just wicked. And therefore you should be thrown away out of the society. Nah, family. We got to come back. At least, let me tell y'all, on Let's Talk to Better Black Life, that's what we want. We're talking a better black life. And if we got to get rid of suckers, Sambos, and hobos so that we can have a better black life, then let's push them out. Or let them leave. Let them leave. Go do what they gonna do, right? They got these content creators, and because they got 1 million subs, they ready to stroke them off. Okay, keep stroking them. Keep stroking them. Right? And I guess you're gonna keep putting black women down, but you put one of ours down, we come for you. We coming for you. We gonna clear up any lie that you tell on any of ours. We coming to clear it up. So it's not no, and I mean digital. We're digitally coming for you. We're gonna come and clear up any lie. Family, thank you for listening. I appreciate all of y'all spending the time with us. I don't want to go into no long thing. Sister Annie, Risa, and Von Bryant, you guys get the link so we can have it, so I can talk to you guys backstage. But today's show, I gave something that had to be done, but I'm sorry that I had to see how black men really, some of us can really behave. That was very shocking to me. Well, not shocking, but very, I was sad. I was sad. I expected a lot more from Stu. I expected a lot more from Nathan, but it is what it is, man. We here now, and so the line is crossed. But let me say this. I have no hate for Stu. I have no hate for Nathan. I just see now the kind of people they are, and it's probably better that they go be someplace where they can do what they do, and I'll be here where I can do what I do. It's probably better, probably best. So ain't no hate on me. But now, if you want to talk to me, you're welcome to come and talk to me at any time. But I don't have no hate for you. I don't have no, I just don't I just know that our messages won't mix. Now, my message about truth and your message about truth mixed with falsehoods, that ain't gonna mix. It ain't gonna work. It just ain't gonna work. So I'm waiting for our sister come back here. I think Black Man, I think Patrice will talk to you on her own. I think this is just for the home team right now, but we'll see. Let me see. Yeah, Risa. So Risa, Sister Annie, and Vaughn, if you can, like to holler at y'all. If not, hit that link. Hit that link and come on back here so we can talk about some things real quick. And let me tell y'all, oh, he can come up. Oh, okay, Black Man. You Patricia, you can come up, Black Man. Says she want to talk to you. Okay, come on in. Well, let me put the chat. Let me put the link out there for y'all. Oh man, let me put the link out there for y'all. Okay, let me see. All right, there's a link. Black Man hit it. And Risa, Vaughn, Eddie, if y'all want to come back there, the door is open. Y'all come back here and check it out. Now, if we did something that was disrespectful to anyone, y'all can email me. Y'all can put it in the chat. Y'all can say, hey, this was disrespectful. This was disrespectful. Okay, we got one back here, Patrice. Yeah, this was disrespectful. If we did or said something disrespectful, let us know. I don't think we did. Stu decided to say that we was going to bring up his son that passed away. Did we do that? Did we even make it? What did we make y'all think that we were going to do something as ridiculous as that? That's crazy. We got two back here, Patrice. Waiting on one more. And then we get the ball rolling in the show. Did we say anything about Stu's son? What kind of people do you think we are? You think we the kind of y'all know us? Are we the kind of people that would bring up a man's son that passed away? I don't even know how the young man passed away. I got 3 sons. I'm not finna bring up nobody's son. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyway, all right, Sister Annie, if you're not in the building, well, if you're in the building, I'm gonna give you about another minute, and then I'm gonna shut the show down, and then we're gonna try to work something out, I guess. We're gonna try to work something out. But thank you all. I want y'all all to know that, the best way to do something, the best way to resolve a situation is talk it out. And, the best way, the only way you can talk it out is when a person is on the same, has the same understanding as you. You talking the same language, right? Can't be, we're going to work something out, but you're going to be up here and I'm going to be down here. No, everybody has to be on the same level. But sometimes it's just not like that, man. Sometimes it's just not like that. All right, I guess Sister Annie's out. She must have went to sleep. All right, so we're going to end it for y'all. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. If we said anything that you think we need to fix, let me know. Email me, whatever, and we'll get to it. Much love to you, light skin privilege. Appreciate you. Let's see. Okay. No, I'm talking about me, not you, Patrice. All right, y'all. But yeah, let us know. Jump in and let me know. Hey, you know what, Clarence? I disagree with you on this. Okay, cool. All right. Anyway, I will talk to y'all later. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace.